KCIM as we get set for Week 1 of high school football season. Doug, it's finally here. We got Kuemper taking on a Bishop-Heelan tonight. Should be a really good ball game that we got on hand for us tonight. We'll talk about a bunch coming up here in the Mackey Motors tailgate. Again, that Mackey Motors tailgate brought to you by Mackey Motors in Lake City, recipient of that GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running together. Let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and at MackeyMotors.com. Doug, thoughts before we get started here tonight? We've got a Kuemper team that lost a lot from last year, as Bishop-Heelan team that was 3A runner-ups last season. Both teams lose a lot, but we're going to see two really good players on both sides of the ball offensively. Brock Beatty back at quarterback. Bishop-Heelan's got Case and Thomas back in the backfield for him.
Yeah, there's some really talented players coming back, but on the Sioux City Heelan side, not a lot of them got a lot of playing time last year, but we understand that the running back that you just mentioned for Heelan's a real stud. But hello, everybody. Good to be back playing here for you guys, and just watching high school football again and cheering for the Kuemper Knights.
Kuemper, we'll kind of run through the Kuemper season last year. They went 8-3, lost in the 2A quarterfinals the season to go to Central Lyon George Little Rock. They started the season 0-2. They lost to this Bishop-Heelan team they saw in the opening week up there in Sioux City last year, 22-19. Then ended up losing to Underwood 24-14. Bounced back with a win in week 3 with the AHSTW of Avoca 21-14. And then in district play, just cruised. They beat Roland Story 42-7. They beat Greene County 39-3. They beat Des Moines Christian 61-7. Sadell 56-14. Southeast Valley 28-0. And then started the playoffs. They beat Cherokee Washington 47-18. Clarinda 43-8. And then that eventual loss in the quarterfinals to Central Lyon George Little Rock 48-27. And a very good ball game. A lot closer that game was than what the final score indicated. Yeah,
the Knights played extremely well. You know, they were ahead at halftime and ahead late into the third quarter. Then a couple of miscues on a kickoff and just a couple of other things. But the big two from Central Lyon George Little Rock kind of took that game over at that point, and the Knights were just wore down. But still a great season. You know, we're going to lose. We lost, DJ Benami, Evan Adams, Michael Kasperbauer, Ben Girk, and Jake Hausman, just to name a few of them. And there were, several others that played a really big role. Johnny Bass, Will Simons, Jake Earlbeck, Cason Pierce, Kyle Sundrup, Bryce Wiskus, and then special teams player Tommy Fitzsimmons, and, of course, Gherkin was the punter. They're both gone, so we got to fill those roles. And, just people like Hans Kraus and Ethan Fitzhenry and Harrison Tiefenthaler, they all played roles on the team. And but, the good thing is we've got new kids coming in and are going to fill those roles. But what I'm going to miss from that group more than anything is just the spirit that those kids played with, especially kids like Johnny Bass and, Jake Hausman. Those guys were always fired up and got the rest of the teammates fired up. So it'll be interesting to see who fills that role for the Knights this year.
We will go ahead, step away. It'll take 3 minutes. We will back with kickoff coming up here, and also your starting lineups on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community. And when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30, Weston Carroll.
Looking to boost your brand? Top Loft makes it easy with custom online stores for businesses, sports teams, and organizations. Enhance your brand's visibility with a tailor-made store showcasing your logo, colors, and designs. Enjoy endless customization options. Choose styles, colors, and add your unique touch to every product. Plus, their streamlined ordering system ensures a smooth experience for you and your customers. Elevate your brand with Top Loft in downtown Carroll or visit toploftclothing.com and start building your online store today.
Financial planning can be easy to avoid, but in these uncertain times, it should be your top priority. Now is the time to put Silverleaf Wealth Management on your team. Whether you want to plan for retirement, better manage your investment assets, or fund your kids' education, Silverleaf Wealth Management can help you discover, design, and implement a plan for pursuing your goals. Visit us online or schedule a consultation with me, Ann Slechta, today by calling or texting us at 712-775-2251. This is Silverleaf Wealth Management of Carroll, Iowa.
From footings to framing to finish, for farm, home, or commercial, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Hi, this is J.R. Mayhall, insurance agent and realtor with Gredeman & Associates. We're excited to announce Eric Bass and Nate Gredeman have joined our team. Eric has numerous years of experience in both insurance and real estate, and we're excited that Nate has moved back and brought his wealth of knowledge of commercial real estate to our team, and he also has his insurance license. It's a very challenging time in both real estate and insurance, and we are here to help you. Gredeman & Associates, Highway 30 here in Carroll.
I'm Dr. Marie Johnson with St. Anthony. I'm excited to be offering comprehensive obstetrical and gynecologic services for women of all ages, including adolescents. My focus is on the importance of women's health care, preventive care, and maternal health. I also have valuable experience in fertility care, helping patients and couples achieve their pregnancy goals. I'm looking forward to being a part of the community, and I'm welcoming new patients.
Contact the St. Anthony Clinic at 792-2222. Always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Back here on a Kick 106.7, 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCAM tonight, bringing you Kuemper Catholic football. We will give you the starting lineups for the Kuemper Knights here as we are getting set for kickoff against Bishop-Heelan. Along the offensive line for the Kuemper Knights, they will start from a tackle. One of the tackle positions will be Rita Steger, a sophomore. At the offensive guard will be Jacob Hombrick, a senior. Center will be number 61, Hayden Vanami, a senior. The offensive guard will be number 62, Lucas Deal, a sophomore. And the other tackle for the Kuemper Knights will be John Antover, a senior. Defensively for Bishop-Heelan, they will look like this. The D tackle will be Carson McKinnery. I'm already going to mess it up. It is McKinnery. I'm struggling with it already. The guy for Bishop-Heelan told us how to say it.
McKinnery.
McKinnery. That's there we go. Thank you so much, Doug. The nose guard for Bishop-Heelan will be Hayden Overgaard, and then the D tackle Logan Gray. The linebackers, they will run four of them. The Bishop-Heelan runs a 3-4-4. And one of the outside linebackers will be Avery Flavors. The inside linebacker, Zach Harpenow. Inside linebacker will be Will Petit. And outside linebacker, Kason Thomas. Corners today for Bishop-Heelan will be Anthony White and the Jack Sharman. Safeties will be Carson Finch and then Caden Lester for Bishop-Heelan. For Kuemper, on the defensive side of the football, Lucas Steele will be one of the defensive tackles. They will run a 4-3-4. For Kuemper today, the other D-tackle will be Hayden Vanami, and then the second D-tackle will be Connor Canale. DN will be Sean Healy. The outside linebackers will be Ryan Sundrup and Kent Sanders. Middle linebacker is Tate Barrett. The corners will be Tragan Bider as well as Logan Rowland. And the two safeties tonight for the Kuemper Knights, Carson Canny and then also Braxton Vanami. Doug, you're getting set for kickoff here really quick. Kuemper explosive on the offensive side of the ball last year. Everybody knows that, but one guy you really got to watch out for as we get set for kickoff here is Mr. Candy's ability to return punts and kicks tonight. Yeah,
Carson's one of those guys that can kind of light up a game real quick if you get him in the right spot. He's one of the smartest players on the field. What I'm really going to be looking for tonight is more so on the defensive side of the football, our ability to deal with the young running back, the junior, Mr. Kason Thomas. 6'3", 220. We've heard he's been recruited by several D1 schools. I won't say the names because I haven't had it confirmed, but I've heard there's been a number of notable schools after this young man. Talking with the announcers, he's pretty tough as well. Then the other thing is the big tight end that they've got. So it's going to depend. What I really want to see out of this team, this Kuemper team, I'm sure things will go well. Brock Bating's going to be a good player. He had a great season, but I want to see the intensity that the defensive and offensive lines play with.
Again, we will have football coming up shortly. Kickoff with Bishop-Heelan and Kuemper coming up in just a little bit. We are in your Mackey Motors pregame show. Mackey Motors pregame show brought to you by Mackey Motors in Lake City, recipient of that GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running together. Let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and at MackeyMotors.com. We will also have your Motor and Player of the Game coming up tonight as well. We'll name that in our post-game show. Again, Kuemper did lose this opening round matchup last year to Bishop-Heelan 22-19 in Sioux City, so we will have that coming up tonight for you as well.
As the captains are meeting at midfield, I believe we'll have the national anthem in a little bit, and Mr. Miners here is working together with his brothers to get the timing right for the live stream, and we'll get that going. But should be a heck of a football game tonight. You know, Kuemper had these guys beat last year, let it get away at the end, but then drove to if you remember, drove down to the goal line and This came from a couple of Sioux City fans that said DJ was over the line right at the end of the ball game. So technically we might have had a win there, but nonetheless we didn't get it. But went on to have a heck of a season. Let's hope that this team can do the same thing. Just start a little quicker than we did last year.
And I think with an experienced quarterback coming back in Brock Bating, going to kind of help, maybe some of these younger receivers ease into the starting roles that they're seeing in tonight.
Yeah, that's what the difference is going to be this year. Brock had a heck of a receiving core. Had a great season last year, 30 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions, 2,300 and some yards.
Didn't start the season as well.
Yeah, he didn't start the season. He wasn't expected to play because DJ was the quarterback, of course, but came in and had a heck of a season. But, boy, when you got receivers like Gherkin and those guys that you got to replace, the other one being
John Bass.
John Bass. Will Simons was in there, but Michael Kasperbauer is the name that I was looking for. Sorry about that, Michael, if you're listening. But those guys had tremendous seasons last year and really helped, Brock develop. But he's got another year under his belt, a little bit more muscle. Like I said, I think tonight's going to – I'm really excited about the running backs that we've got this year. We had some young guys last year that didn't get a lot of playing time. So I think we've got some really good opportunities, but I think it's going to come down to the offensive and defensive lines and the intensity there.
Kuemper will kick the ball out to start the game. Bishop-Heelan going to get the ball first. They will be the away team on the scoreboard tonight as Knights are going to open up the 2024 season at home tonight against Bishop-Heelan. Back deep to receive is Grant Whitcomb for Bishop-Heelan, as well as number 3, Anthony White. Again, Charlie Mayhall taking over for Tommy Fitzsimmons, a very good Kuemper kicker last year. Mayhall, a kid that plays soccer, so as he's got a leg as this one will be underway. It's going to be fielded by White right about the 10-yard line. He'll run right up the middle. Got some blockers to the outside. He's going to get around. He's up to the 30, 35, and going to get gang tackled right about the 40-yard line. And for Kuemper, I don't know if that's kind of the start you wanted, as Bishop-Heelan's going to have good field position here to start their first drive. Yeah, they're going to start right at the 41, but we didn't get downfield real quick. Jaron Hoffman, who's a starting running back for the Knights this year, just a sophomore on that tackle. But, that's one thing we really did last year. We had that great speed, and, I mentioned a couple of kids earlier, but I don't know that we have that great speed this year, but we need to be more aggressive on those kickoffs. And Kuemper going to run a 4 defensive line front, 3 linebackers, and 4 people in the secondary. Get ready for the running game. 2 corners, 2 safeties. That's what Bishop-Heelan's going to do, is run the football quite a bit tonight with Carson Thomas as well as Finch. The handoff's going to be to Thomas. Thomas, a big running back, and it's going to be a struggle for Kuemper. He's got some speed, but also going to struggle. He's also going to be able to be tough to bring down with a good carry. That one, 6 yards. Gain of 6 yards on the play first for Thomas. Yeah, our defensive line kind of got blown away there, and our linebackers are going to have to fill more quickly. We've got 2 really, really good linebackers from last year, and then another one filling in with coming in number 25, I think it is. Sundrup. And he's a physical player stepping in this year as well. Finch going to give it to Thomas on the jet sweep, and that is good defense there by the Kuemper Knights. He's going to get close to a first down, about a yard short. Going to give him a gain of 3 on the play. So 2 carries, 9 yards, and we kind of figured coming into tonight's game that Thomas would be a focal point in their offense, but they've kind of seemed that they might go into different formations to get him the football. Yeah, the ball's right at midfield, so this is likely 2-down territory for the Crusaders, so Kuemper's got to come up with a big stop here. Fitch going to go under center. Thomas in the backfield. They got McHenry, the tight end, here to the right. Also 2 other running backs in the backfield for the Crusaders. 3rd and 1, toss out to Thomas. Thomas going to follow his blockers. He's got the first down, and then he get brought down by a group of Knight tacklers. It'll be a first down up to the 45-yard line, and they are into Kuemper territory. Yeah, he just drug a couple of Knights with him. But Connor Keneally in on the tackle along with, I believe that was number 8, Logan Ryle. Got to get used to these new numbers. I looked at them and tried to work them, but, Brock's back to being number 12. Took that back from DJ, I believe, so... Tate Barrett's up to number 1. He was number 53 last year, so getting used to all those. But first and 10 there for the Crusaders. Bishop-Heelan lost a lot last year, but we mentioned an experienced offensive line coming back for him. You've seen it kind of work a little bit for him here so far to start the game. Finch going to go in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out to each side of the field. Thomas to his left. As they work left to right down the field, he's going to be back to pass, getting pressured, going to roll out right, looking for some blockers downfield. Almost got brought down from behind there by Sanders. He's going to have a decent scramble there for about 8 yards, and that'll bring up a second down here up past the 40-yard line for Bishop-Heelan.
Yeah, the Kuemper defensive line, good block there by number 24, I think it was, for Heelan that sprung him, and he made a nice cut back inside and takes it down for a 8-yard gain.
They've ran 4 plays. All of them have been on the ground, even though that one was supposed to be a pass. It ended up being a run play as Finch had to scramble out. They'll go in the shotgun again. 2 receivers split out to the wide side of the field to the left. 2 tight ends on the right. Finch is going to roll out, going to run the option to Thomas. Thomas going to bounce it down to the outside, and he's going to have a first down up past the 30-yard line, just shy of the 25, and Bishop-Heelan wasted no time getting down the field here in their opening drive.
Yeah, we overcommitted on that one and left that wide side of the field wide open, and it was a nice gain of, I'm not quite sure what the running back's number was there, but was that Thomas again?
Yep, it was Thomas again.
Picked up a good number of yards.
Do have other broadcasts going on throughout the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network tonight for you guys. Jeff Blankman's got IK Manning taking on East Sac County. That's over on KCarroll. Nick Briggs has got Carroll and Greene County on Kick 106.7 tonight. We've got Kuemper and Bishop-Heelan tonight here on a KCIM for you guys. Finch going to go empty. 3 receivers split out to the right, 1 to the left.
Look for the big tight end here, or a handoff to Thomas.
Run a jet sweep to Thomas again. He's going to cut it back up the middle of the field. He's going to be close to a first down. They might have
it's
to go
right at 10 yards.
They might have to go and measure it.
This game's starting out just like the scrimmage they had against Harlan last week, where Harlan came out and just marched the ball right down the field against the Kuemper defense. That defensive line has got to pick up the pace.
If you heard the interview with Steinkamp before we got here, he said they got to stop the run. Nice
Absolutely.
Unable to do it here in the first drive. Thomas already up to 5 carries for the Crusaders in their opening drive. It's going to be a 2nd and 1 to play, a 9-yard carry there for Thomas just a moment ago. Finch going to go in the pistol. Thomas at his back. He's got 2 receivers to the right. He's going to hand it off to Thomas up the middle. He's going to get the first down, bounce off a couple of tacklers, and he will have the first down up past the 15-yard line.
Yeah, this guy's at a different level than what the Knights are used to seeing or have seen this year from a running back standpoint. The team we played in the finals last year that we got beat by had a really good running back combination, but this guy's just up, in, out, left, right, and just people just bouncing off of him.
They're going to split Thomas out and the receiver out to the left. Every time they've done this so far, they've ran a jet motion with him. We'll see if they'll do it again as Finch goes in the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield with him. 2 receivers split out to the right side. That's exactly what they're going to do, a jet sweep to Thomas. He's going to break off a couple tackles, but then brought down for a short gain, and it'll result in 2nd down, a gain of a couple on the play for Thomas.
That time the defensive line did their job, because this defense, I believe, is set up to where it allows linebackers to make plays, and they haven't done that yet. But Barrett sprung through there from his middle linebacker position and just stuck his right arm out and tripped Mr. Thomas, but he still got 3 yards out of it.
Yeah, 7 carries unofficially so far for Kason Thomas here on the opening drive for Bishop-Heelan. It'll be to the left of Finch, the quarterback in the shotgun. 2 receivers split out to the right as they're working left to right down the radio dial here in the opening quarter. Going to hand it off to Thomas and going to bounce it out to the outside.
Taking that one to the house.
Just as he's going to get in, they're going to call it a touchdown, and that will be a 10-yard touchdown.
Again, complete domination of the Kuemper defensive line, and linebackers not able to get up and fill. But really, you got to give Sioux City Heelan, credit. Great job of blocking.
6:38 left here in the first quarter. 6-0. Bishop-Heelan going to have the lead. They will run the swinging gate here. The kicker for Bishop-Heelan is not the kicker that I had down on my roster. It is Ethan Erickson is the kicker for Bishop-Heelan.
Assuming they kick.
Yep, Finch is going to be the holder. They'll bring the offensive line now in. Kick is going to be on the way, and it is going to be up.
Just got over the crossbar.
Just going to get in. It's going to be a 7-0 lead for Bishop-Heelan. We will step away, take a break. Back in 1 minute. The Knights get the football and re-return here on a 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you're looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest.
Hi, this is Dr. Mulbauer from McFarland Clinic in Carroll. If you are expecting a baby, our family medicine department is here to help you every step of the way. Our physicians provide prenatal care and services, childbirth, and postpartum care. Your McFarland Clinic family medicine physicians can perform C-sections and VBACs during delivery. Call our family medicine office at 792-1500 or visit our website at McFarlandClinic.com for more information. McFarland Clinic Carroll, here for you and your growing family.
Back in here to 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM. 6:38 left here in the first quarter. Bishop-Heelan on top of Kuemper. Griffin Glenn going to be the returner for the Knights, and you'll have it up past the 25-yard lines. We're going to get the first look at this Kuemper offense here in the 2024 season. It's going to have some new faces, but, Doug, a lot of good faces to build around for this Kuemper team.
Yeah, a lot of linemen are back, and hopefully a year bigger and stronger. Unfortunately, we do have one that's injured tonight. That was back Sean Whitrock. One of our good linemen from last year had a back injury, hoping to be back on Monday. But like I said, we got some good leaders, got some big, strong guys up there. Can they move their feet and be quick enough to handle these defensive linemen? Because they've got a big defensive line. They play at 3-4, but we're going to have to match them, score for score here.
Brock Bading back at quarterback for the Kuemper Knights. He will roll out to the right, going to throw a little short pass out to Carson Canny, and that will be a minimal gain for the Knights. Gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, I noticed that Sioux City, the Crusaders, kicked away from Canny on the kickoff, and the Knights quickly getting him involved in the offense there with a 3-yard gain on a quick outplay to the right side of the field.
Again, 7-0 Bishop-Heelan here in the first quarter. Knights lost to them to open up play last year at 22-19. Bading going to be in the shotgun again. 2 receivers split out to the right, 1 to the left. Knights working right to left, and radio down. Handoff going to be up the middle. I think that was Hoffman on the carry.
Yeah.
See the number that pops out with it, and it was hard to see the numbers from all the way up here.
I think it's Hoffman. Yeah, Jared
Hoffman.
I think it's Jaron as well. So
Jaron, yep.
Jaron Hoffman, I believe is how that's pronounced. Yes, Jaron. Big, strong kid, not real tall, but extremely strong, more of a bulldog-type runner, going to be a hard runner up the middle.
Give him a gain of 4 on the play. Bading now going to motion to Sundrup from out of the backfield. He's going to be in the shotgun. Jaron to his left. Going to pass it out to Caney. Caney's got the first down.
Right back to Caney for the long pass play. He made a good cut across the middle, and he's got great hands. And found the seam in that defense. It was a nice gain for the Knights.
Just shy of the 50-yard line. Kuemper working to move the ball down the field as Bishop-Heelan just drove down the field on them. 7-0 Knights here. 5:31 left in the first quarter. Casey Miners, Doug Landiger with you guys tonight in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Bading going to go in the shotgun. 3 receivers split out to the left, 2 to the right. Nobody in the backfield with Brock. He'll drop back to pass. Got a free rusher on the outside, and he's going to be sacked.
That's a brutal tackle.
It was Thomas on the outside there, and Thomas came into tonight a force on the offensive side as well as the defensive side for Bishop-Heelan. 17 tackles for loss last season.
I'm hoping he's not dinged up a little bit on that. His head hit the field hard and lost at 12 yards on that play, 10 yards. But that's the exact thing that we were talking about. Our offensive line's got to be quicker on their feet. They can't allow those rushes in from the linebackers or the linemen.
Loss on the play. 2nd and 19 now coming up for the Knights. 7-0 Bishop-Heelan on top. Bading going to spin out, trying to set up a screen and go try to float it out to Logan Ryle. It's going to be incomplete.
Again, pressure from the defense. Brock just didn't have a chance. They're not going to be able to step back and stand in the pocket at all and pass. He's going to have to be moving it on the run all the time.
We do have a video of tonight's broadcast going on for you guys. It's up at our CB Sports Network YouTube page. That brought to you by Fun Top and Jeans. Fun Top and Jeans, where the name says it all. So don't forget the Friday night scoreboard show going on tonight. We'll talk with head coach, the Kuemper Knights, Ryan Stein. Can't follow in tonight's game. That'll be from 10 to midnight right here on a KCIM. Bading back out there. 3rd and 19 for the Knights. They're going to put Sundrup in motion, run an option with him. And he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Thomas coming off a block there from Jaron Hoffman. That'll be a loss on the play. Knights worked with some momentum, then lost a couple. Now it's going to be fourth down and got a punt.
Had the big play over the middle to Canny, but again, our line is getting outmatched right now. This team from Sioux City Heelan, their defensive line much quicker and faster and just penetrating easily through the Knights' offensive line.
Punter on to punt is Charlie Mayhall. Back deep to receive, I believe, is Anthony White. Didn't see a number of the kid back there. That is who I was told was the punter. Mayhall's punt is on the way, and it is going to bounce out of bounds, and it's going to be shy of midfield. So good field position again here for Bishop-Heelan as we Have 3:57 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Bishop-Heelan on top.
Expect we'll see another dose of Mr. Thomas because he carried on every play last possession except one, and I had him for about 40-some yards, 46, 47 yards.
8 carries and a touchdown on that first drive for Case and Thomas. Bishop-Heelan back out on offense again. Knights had some momentum going on their opening drive, but then a sack and then a loss on the play. Also an incomplete pass resulted in the punt for Kuemper. Pitch going to be under center in the I formation. 2 backs in the backfield. 2 receivers split out to the right. Be a toss out. I don't think that's Thomas
Number
out there.
4.
Nope, it's going to be, I believe that is the line. He's playing linebacker as well. Avery Favors will be the ball carrier for Bishop-Heelan. Kind of give Thomas a blow here on offense. Going to gain a little bit on the play.
Yeah, Favors only 5'11", 180, but ran with some good strength that time. Brought over I couldn't see who brought him down over there. The sun's kind of shining against us right at that point.
2nd and 6 coming up here for Bishop-Heelan. Fitch going to go under center again in the I formation. Favors as well as number 11. That's Caden Lester in the backfield for Bishop-Heelan. 2 receivers split out to the right. And they're working left to right down the field. Toss out to Favors. Favors a little more of a quick back. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, but a nice group of tackling there by the Knights. Coming in to make the tackle was Tate Barrett in there for Kuemper, as well as somebody else. Didn't quite see the number on the other kid that was in there, but
that was Lucas Deal, came in from the defensive end position. But that was a good job there because the entire defensive line busted through the offensive line of Heelan. I don't know if they had something else set up that they anticipated calling, but and then Barrett, of course, closing from his linebacker position like he does so well.
Ball right on midfield. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Potential 4-down territory again here for Bishop-Heelan.
Shout out to Mother Waniger. I know she's listening from home again.
Lucky that she lets you come and do these ball games with us.
No, I'm talking about my mom.
Your mom. Hey, there we go. We're going to get a timeout on the field. It'll be a timeout. Bishop-Heelan, we will step away and take it with them. We will be back in a minute here on a KCIM.
This is Don Neary from Avila Bank. Everyone at Avila Bank wishes the student-athletes success in their endeavors. We know to make a winning team, you need to put in the work, and that's what we'll do at Avila. We'll work to make sure your farm or business has the best financial opportunities available. We want to take the stress out of banking, allowing you to focus on what matters and what you love. Whether you own a business or own a farm, we're here to help you identify ways you can achieve your goals, and we will work hard to make sure you achieve financial success. After all, your success is our success. Avila Bank, member FDIC.
Equal housing lender. When it comes to sports injuries and pain, call the specialist at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning. Dr. Suppy and Dr. Janning work closely with area athletes and teams in providing effective treatment and rehabilitation of sports-related injury. For optimal sports performance, call Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, 792-6026. Or stop by their clinic at 1420 Highway 71 North in Carroll. Proud sponsors of all area teams.
It is 3rd and 7 for the Kuemper Knights as we come back. Or excuse me, 3rd and 7 for Bishop-Heelan as we come back here on KCAM. They're going to send Favors in motion. Finch going to drop back to pass. Deal going to get a screen off to Thomas. He's going to have the first down. Broke off 2 tacklers, one by Ryan Sundrup, and the other one, I believe, was Healy trying to run him out of bounds. But it's going to be a first down for Bishop-Heelan in the first pass completion, first pass attempt tonight for the Crusaders.
Yeah, it was just a little screen pass, and we had him. Sundrup had him dead to rights over about the 45-yard line, and he just juked him and could not make the tackle. This kid's a heck of a runner when he's got the ball in his hand. So, unfortunately, the Knights let that one get away. So. Got to start all over here. It's 1st and 10 at the 40 for Sioux City Heelan. Kuemper has not found an answer at this point yet for Mr. Thomas.
It's a gain of 10 on the play. That math's easy when you go to the 50 to the 40. It's easy to figure out on my sheet on stat-wise. Finch going to hand it off to Thomas again up the middle. Going to be a short gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down here for the Kuemper defense.
Tate Barrett on another tackle. 3-yard gain for Thomas. Boy, they just go to him and go to him and go to him.
Got to find an answer for him, and Kuemper so far really hasn't had an answer for him tonight here early on in this first quarter.
No, we've already got some hands on the hips a little bit too, and that's a little bit concerning, especially this early in the ball game. It's warm, but it's not really hot. I mean, obviously a lot warmer out there than it is for us sitting here in the conditioned booth.
Fitch going to be in the the shotgun. They'll have Thomas to his right. Two receivers split out to the right side of the formation as well. Fitch going to run the option. He's going to keep it and try to duck up the middle of the field, and it's going to be a short game. Bring it up third down again, and this is going to be important. If you can get off the field here on the next two drives, it'll give you a chance to tie the game back up.
Yeah, I got to believe, again, they're in four-down territory here no matter what happens on this run, but saw Mr. Sanders over there on the right side give one of the Sioux City Heelan players a little dose of how tough he is. He's only about 170, but I saw a body going flying to his back on an attempted block.
A minute 40 left here in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Bishop-Heelan. They're driving inside, just shy of the 35-yard line. Fitch will go in under center in the I formation. Two receivers split out to each side of the formation. They're going to give it to Thomas in the backfield. He's going to shake off a tackle at first. I believe Healy had a hand on him, but then it looks like Kent Sanders maybe going in there for the tackle. Alford Boy was in there as well and at safety.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of one-arm tackles from our linebackers. They're going to have to wrap up on this guy because you're not going to bring him down often with one hand, but it was a good job that time by Kent Sanders, and Tate Barrett cleaned it up as well.
A minimal gain of 2 yards. He's had 2 carries on this drive for 5 yards. Thomas has so far. 4-down territory now here for Bishop-Heelan. 4th and 4. It's going to be a big stop for the Kemper Knights if they can get off the field.
Brayton Alford in the lineup now for Kemper at probably a cornerback or safety.
It looks like he might be playing an outside linebacker right now. Fitch going to draw back to pass. He's going to swing it out to Thomas in the flat. And a nice open field tackle there by Tate Barrett is going to give the Knights the football back, and that was a big stop defensively for Kemper.
Again, he's so shifty. Again, it was an arm tackle by Tate, but you can bet they're going to go for this here on 4th down.
Well, the ball goes over to Kemper. That was 4th down.
Oh, that was 4th down. Okay. Yeah, great tackle there by Barrett to make the tackle.
Gain of no gain on the play originally for Bishop-Heelan there, and the Knights going to get the football back. We saw some momentum for Kemper in the first drive, but a couple of sack and then an incomplete pass really stalled out that drive. Nice to see him build down the field, probably take the last 34 seconds of this first quarter clock off.
Yeah, the game's going quickly with all the runs.
Bating going to put a man in motion. That's Sundrup coming across the line of scrimmage. He's going to roll out, going to hand it off here, dump it down to Sundrup. That'll be a complete pass for Bating.
Again, a lineman for the Crusaders was in on top of Bating. He had to get rid of the ball quick. I'm not used to seeing that number 12 on him. I'm used to seeing 18. I almost want to say DJ again, but
4-yard gain here for the Knights is going to bring up a 2nd and 6. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Bating going to be in the shotgun again. Kemper runs a lot of their plays from the shotgun. He'll drop back to pass, going to roll out to the right. Going to try to fire it downfield and off the hands of Carson Canny.
He did have decent time to throw that time, too, getting a little rush at the end, but Carson was wide open on about the 47, 48-yard line. Would have been a nice pickup of about 15 yards because he had some room to catch and run as well. But as it is, going to be 3rd and 6.5, 3rd 7.
25 seconds left here in the first quarter. 7-0 Bishop-Heelan. We're on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM tonight, bringing you week 1 of high school football. Bating going to go in the shotgun again. He'll have Jaron Hoffman to his left. 2 receivers split out to the left as well. One out to the strong side of the formation. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere. And that'll bring up a 4th down, maybe a gain of a yard on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 5 for Kemper.
Yeah, a little surprised on that call, especially with the way their interior line's been handling us, that we didn't throw the ball again, but probably tried to catch them off guard a little bit, maybe blitzing to the outside, that type of thing, and unfortunately didn't work.
Charlie Mayhall going to be out to punt the football for the Kemper Knights. And that will end the first quarter. We will step away, take a break. Knights going to give it back to Bishop-Heelan when we return here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM KCIM.
Hi, this is Michelle from Midwest Wholesale. Kitchen cabinets by Birch Manufacturing are built to inspire. We believe that every kitchen tells a story, which is why these cabinets align with your home's beauty. We offer a variety of different finishes, wood selections, along with accessories to create a customized style. And here at Midwest Wholesale, we've been designing cabinets for so many years and designed thousands of kitchens, bathrooms, and mudrooms in our area. Trust the experts with Kitchens Plus by Birch and Midwest Wholesale. How you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
We come back to the second quarter here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM. We're coming up on that halftime report coming up for you guys. We got a new halftime coming up for you. Culver's halftime, celebrating 40 years in business and 12 years here in Carroll. Culver's. Welcome to Delicious. We'll have that coming up for you in just a little bit. Let you run through some scores around the area as well. You can also check out all of the scores up on our Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network YouTube page on our website at sports.1380kcim.com. Mayhall's puck going to be on the way. It's going to be a short one. It's going to roll out of bounds right about the 30-yard line. So Bishop-Heelan going to have their worst field position of the night. But the Knights' defense looked to be improved a little bit on that last drive.
Yeah, a little bit better punt there by Charlie. Went about 30 yards probably.
Bishop-Heelan going to take over. They're going to mark it, I think, just shy.
33.
Yeah, just shy of the 35.
And now they're moving it up even further to the 30.
So I think it's going to be at the 34. Place it at 34-yard line to Bishop-Heelan. 7-0 Crusaders on top of Kuemper. Bishop-Heelan drove down the field on their first drive. Their worst field position of the night here, coming from their own 34-yard line.
Hopefully the Kuemper defense catches their breath a little bit here and stops Mr. Thomas.
Fitch will go under center. Going to hand it off to Thomas. Original hole wasn't there, so a good job of the right side of the Kuemper defensive line getting pressure, because that was going to be stretched out to the outside. It's going to be a minimal gain, a gain of 1 on the play for Thomas, his 11th carry unofficially tonight.
Connor Keneally coming in there, and there was a linebacker, I think, underneath him. Not quite sure who that was, but again, stopped him for a yard gain.
2nd and 9 now, 11:30 left here in the first half. It's 7-0 Bishop-Heelan on top here on KCIM.
Kuemper staying with a kind of move to a 3-4 now.
Fitch will work.
Now back to a 4-3.
He's going to have a man come in motion. That's Anthony White across the line of scrimmage. He's going to hand it off on the jet sweep. White looking for somewhere to go, and he's going to be close to a first down. It's going to bring up 3rd down, however. It's going to be a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Kuemper Knights.
Yeah, a little jabber in there after the tackle. I'm not quite sure what was said, but Mr. Schramm was saying something to one of the Knights. But, again, that jet sweep, the Knights have got to anticipate that, because they're going to that ball carrier just about every time when he comes across the field. Somebody's got to be picking him up.
Even when they're throwing the football out of it.
Yep.
They've ran screens out of it, and they've ran some little dump plays out of it to the running backs, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, but a big stop here for Kuemper. Could get Bishop-Heelan off the field. The ball's placed at their own 43-yard line.
We got a lot of young kids out there, but they've got to, unfortunately, grow up pretty quick against an offense that's not being real imaginative, just running the ball hard at us.
They're going to hand it off to Thomas, and he's going to have the first down.
Good defense there, tackled by, I think, Hayden Vanami.
It was a short gain on the play, but it's going to be good enough for a first down. A gain of about 4 for Thomas.
These Knight uniforms are really difficult to read the numbers on, so bear with us, folks, as we try to get them right. But again, another first down for the Crusaders, driving south to north at their own 46-yard line.
Bishop-Heelan going towards DMAC here on a KCM as they switch sides at the quarter. Fitch will go in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield. 2 receivers split out to the left side of the formation. He's going to toss it out to Favors in the backfield. And he's going to hit right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play.
Good hard tackle by Lucas Deal, the sophomore, big, strong kid.
Another
fought off his block there really, really well. Much better than we've done in the previous possessions. But now's a big chance for the Knights here with 2nd and 9. We can't keep giving them 5 and 6 yards and setting them up on those 3rd and shorts, because on those they're going to go for it on 4th anyway.
Got to force them to pass it. You haven't really seen much from their passing game yet so far tonight. Got to force Bishop-Heelan to throw the football, especially with the quarterback that came in tonight with no pass attempts. Going to hand it off up the middle, and that's just exactly what you're looking for. A gain of about a yard on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd and long here, just shy of midfield.
Kid Sanders stepping up a little bit there from his linebacker position. That kid had, like I said, he had 75 or 80 tackles last year. Just a tremendous year.
Knights very fortunate with one of the better linebacking duos, I would say, in Barrett and Sanders in Class 2A.
Yeah, they're outstanding.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 8 now for Bishop-Heelan, just shy of the 50-yard line. Potentially, if you get past midfield, could be in 4-down territory here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, this is, again, a big down. They just got to cut them down here. Knight's looking to blitz. Now they back off.
Drop back to pass. Going to look to go deep. He's going to have pressure. Now rolls out. Looking to go deep down the field, and it's going to be caught, I believe, right at the stick. It's going to be a 9-yard gain on the play. It'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Fitch just threaded that ball. Stayed alive, sprinting here to his left. And Carson Canny had perfect coverage there and made a brilliant hit, but it was an excellent tackle by Canny, but a great catch by the receiver. 1st down for the Crusaders at the Kuemper 43-yard line.
It's just one of those plays where you have the perfect defense dialed up, but they just make a better play, and now you got to live with it and move on, as it is now 1st down again for Bishop-Heelan into Kuemper territory. Fitch will go in the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield with him. They ran motion out of this. They're just going to send Thomas again on a jet sweep. A nice play recognition by Braxton Vanami there, but unable to get the tackle in the backfield, and it's going to lead up to a 2nd down run, a gain of about 5 on the play.
We had the perfect defense set up, and then he makes just a great play spinning off the tackle. And again, these guys are going to have to learn. They're not going to be able to arm tackle these guys. You've got to wrap them up because he's just going to run by you.
2nd and 5 coming up for Bishop-Heelan. Looking to extend their lead at 7-0. They've taken a lot of second quarter clock off. We're at the 7:25 left here in the first half.
2nd and 5, the Kuemper cheerleaders. A lot of new ones this year, but under the direction of my middle daughter, Abby, doing a great job with those girls, trying to keep the Kuemper fans into this game. It's only 7-0, but it feels like it's a lot worse than that.
Kuemper's barely been on the field offensively, I feel like, throughout
6
this
plays,
first half.
7 plays.
Fitch going to be in the shotgun again. Two receivers split out to the left. He'll draw back to pass. Going to kind of swing it out to the tight end. It's a big boy there in a number 80 for Bishop-Heelan. That is, find him on my sheet, Carson McKinney. I'm going to mess it up again. McKinney. He's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 now here for
good tackle there by Carson Canny. Again, he came up and had good coverage on him, but again, he's 3rd and shorts.
Gain of 2 on the play. Finch unable to throw an incomplete pass yet tonight. Very efficient when he's thrown the football. Just thrown it under 4 times unofficially tonight so far. 3rd and 3, 4-down territory here for Bishop-Heelan.
Owen Mashing in the game for the first time tonight.
Going to toss it out to Thomas. Thomas has got the 1st down. Now breaks back. Everybody's going to take it to the house. That's going to be a 36-yard touchdown. The 14th carry of the night for Kason Thomas, and they have not had an answer for him in the backfield. It's going to extend the lead to 13-0, potentially 14-0, pending the PAT here from the Crusaders.
Yeah, he's quite a back. Just made that look easy, but Kuemper defenders are going to have to wrap up. I got to believe that there's going to be a little bit of talking at halftime.
6:47 left here in the first half. It's 13-0. Bishop-Heelan on top of Kuemper. Different kicker going to be in the game now. It's Landon Block.
Pitch is still holding, so watch for a fake because you got number 7, Thomas, over there on the right end.
Kick on the way. I don't think it's going to be good.
Nope.
It's going to be no good. Missed right. It's going to stay at 13-0. Bishop-Heelan on top of Kuemper. We'll step away, take a break. Be back in 1 minute. 6:47 left here in the first half on KCIM.
Napa is your trusted source for automotive parts, accessories, and know-how for your car, truck, SUV, and farm equipment. We offer a complete performance machine shop, extensive tool and equipment department, and hydraulic hoses while you wait. So whether it's a replacement part for your daily driver, or you are just in need for a professional machine shop, you can trust your locally owned and operated Napa store. Make it a point to stop in and see the pros. Napa, Highway 30 West in Carroll. Napa, we are so much more than a parts store.
Thank you for calling Brinks Exteriors. This is Allie.
Hi, we recently had a tree fall on our house, and I'd like to get an estimate for roof damage.
Sure, we offer free on-site consultations for all our services.
Great. While I have you, could you refer me to someone who can replace a drafty window?
Brinks does windows too, with high-quality Energy Star products.
What if we'd like to replace our siding?
Brinks has you covered.
Gutters? Doors?
Our name says it all. Brinks Exteriors is your headquarters for all things exterior, from start to finish.
Call 712-ROOF-PRO or visit BrinksExteriors.com.
again here in just moments on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM. Block the kicker for Bishop-Heelan. The kick's going to be on the way. It's going to be caught by Griffin Glenn, one of the return men. He's going to have blockers set up towards the middle, trying to find the hole. It's going to be just shy of the 30-yard line as Kuemper will get the ball back on their third possession. They were able to move the ball a little bit each drive, but it just kind of seems you're waiting for that big play to come from the Knights, and they haven't seen it yet so far tonight.
Yeah, Glenn's one of those kids, young sophomore, getting some of his first varsity action tonight. And you notice there they kick away from Canny. They made a deliberate point to keep it away from Carson Canny. But Glenn's going to be a good athlete for Kuemper. He's got a lot of good years, super basketball player as well.
Again, we'll get your Culver's halftime report coming up in just a little bit. We will also give you some of the scores from around the other districts we got going on tonight. Bating going to be in the shotgun. Going to look to throw the football. He's got Vanami open, and that was almost picked. A dangerous pass there by Brock Bating. Had Braxton Vanami one-on-one, but it was thrown a little bit behind him, and Anthony White almost came away with the interception.
That's a case where I think Brock knew who he was throwing to right away because he had Logan Ryle wide open here on a slant on the 40-yard line. Would have been a much better option. That was nearly picked off. Probably should have been picked off.
6:34 left here in the first half. 13-0 Bishop-Heelan on top of Kuemper. Bating in the backfield with Thomas to his left. Two receivers split out to the right side. They're going to hand it off to Hoffman.
There you saw some of the running ability of Hoffman. Good, strong runner, just a sophomore. Picked up 4 yards on that play.
His third carry unofficially tonight. Going to bring up a 3rd and 6 now here for Kuemper, and it's kind of getting to that point where you need to kind of start to score some points here if you want to kind of stick in this ball game. It's 13-0 with 6-0 left. You haven't been able to stop Bishop-Heelan's run attack on the other side.
Kuemper's got to make a statement here that they want to stay in this ball game.
Bating going to roll out to the left, got the blockers, going to throw on his back foot, and it's going to end up being incomplete, and it'll be 4th down now for Kuemper. 3 straight incompletions for Brock Bating. He's thrown 6 passes unofficially. He is 3 for 6 tonight.
Yeah, I see a lot of arms going up like, what's going on here. But the reality of it is Brock's not getting time to throw, and when he does get time to throw, the coverage has been good. So Knights again going to be forced to punt.
It seems like a little bit they've tried to move the pocket a little bit as
well.
Yeah,
they've had to, otherwise he's going to get crushed.
That punt almost blocked, and it might have been tipped.
I'm not so sure that it didn't get a hand on it.
And it's going to be a decent punt by Mayhall, but
dead on the 42.
They're going to be on the 42-yard line for Bishop-Heelan. Bishop-Heelan going to have good field position again.
On their side of the field, though.
Yep. 5:51 left here in the first half. 13-0 your score here on KCAM. Again, we're in the Gatorade broadcast booth tonight. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages and Care of Athletes. Refuel, recover, and perform. Your 13-0 score brought to you by Drees Company and Echo Water Systems. Finch going to be back in at quarterback.
Yep, let's see if the Knights can catch their breath here a little bit. This could get ugly if we don't get a stop here because it's 13-0 now, 5:51 left here in the second quarter.
1st and 10 coming up for Bishop-Heelan. Ball on their own 42-yard line. Fitch will be in the shotgun. Thomas to his right. Two receivers, split out to each side of the field. They're going to bring White in motion. Hand it off to him on the jet sweep. He bobbles it a little bit. Going to shake off a tackle in the backfield, but going to get brought down. And I think that bobble really helped the defense flow to the football. It's going to be a big loss on the play for Bishop-Heelan.
Much better played on that time. Lucas Steele got in there from his defensive end position and almost knocked the ball away. And then Carson Canny came up from his safety position, and there was another player in there that made a hit, and then knocked him backwards a little bit, and then Deal got up and then hit him again to knock him down.
Sean Healy was in there, or is Sean right? I just want to make sure. Yep. Sean Healy.
Yep. Sean's going to be a good football player too.
Going to bring up 2nd and 15, 5:10 left here. They're going to bring a man in motion behind the play. Hand it off to Thomas up the middle, Favors.
First penalty flag, but a good defensive stand there by the Knights.
Flag went up as soon as the ball was snapped.
Braden Alford and
Griffin Glenn out there playing corner now.
Yep. See what they call here. They may decline that penalty.
It's going to bring up 3rd and about 15 again, if the penalty is declined.
Doesn't look like there's a decision made yet. Coach Steinkamp's still talking to his assistant coach, Coach Brasami. They're going to decline the penalty. It's going to be 3rd down and 11, I believe, after that play.
They got a
just
false
gained
start.
A couple.
Yeah, false start on the play.
Big down early in the season. We can't
It's going to bring up.
Let them continue to drive. We've got to get the ball back and need to get a touchdown here in the first half.
3rd and 11 for Bishop-Heelan.
3rd
and 10.
Long
right
10.
It's a long 10, right? It's a little behind the stick, but not quite 11 yards. So 3rd and about 10.5 here coming up for Bishop-Heelan. 4:47 left here in the first half. 13-0 Crusaders on top at Kuemper.
Coach Steinkamp just giving all kinds of crazy directions out there.
Finch going to roll out to the right. Going to try to dump it over the middle, and it was almost picked by Carson Canny. But it's going to end up bringing 4th down, and that's the kind of stop you wanted for Kuemper here with 4:32 left in the first half.
Yeah, a little bit better pressure from the line there. We got to kind of contain him a little bit because he wants to run out and spread that pocket out and then run to the sidelines. Our defensive ends have got to get in there and contain that a little bit. But a good job by Carson Canny and the rest of the defense to get a stop. Let's see if we can do something now on offense.
You got a very dangerous return man in Carson back here to return punts.
I think he's awful deep.
Punt on the way. It's going to be a short one. It's going to be a high-hanging one. Canny going to come in for the fair catch, and then he fumbled it. And it's going to be Bishop-Heelan football, I believe.
Yeah, Carson should have fair caught that. It's
Bishop-Heelan going to get the football back, and the Knights just thinking they kind of break there getting on 4th down, but it's going to be Bishop-Heelan football as they're going to have it in plus territory here on the positive half of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, Canny doing a little bit too much there. I saw when he lined up, it looked like he was awfully deep. If he'd have been up there and not having to be running at it, he probably would have had a better chance to catch it. But he saw a seam and thought he could make something of it. But
he probably should have let bounce.
Yep. Well, either bounce or fair caught it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to go ahead.
1st and 10 now coming up here for Bishop-Heelan. They're going to run in the I formation. Finch under center, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers split out to the left side. Going to toss it out to Thomas. Thomas going to run right up the middle, bounce off a couple tacklers. He'll have a decent gain there, but it will bring up 2nd down, a gain of about 5 on the play for the running back. His 15th carry unofficially tonight here in the first half, and it's no secret they've tried to feed him the football here in this ballgame.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's up to the challenge too. Tate Barrett came in well from his middle. Maybe they have him at the right side linebacker now. Got in there to turn the play inside, but we're just not getting that support in the middle.
13-0, 3:53 left here in this first half.
Not too worried about a field goal based on how the kicks have gone, but we got to keep them out of the end zone for sure.
2nd and 5 now coming up. We got your Culver's halftime report coming up in just a little bit. Going to hand it off to Thomas. He's going to use it on the counter, bounce it out to the outside. He's going to have the 1st down and more. So lights just flicker on here at the Carroll Athletic Stadium tonight. Kuemper picking on Bishop-Heelan on KCIM.
Thomas running through tackle after tackle after tackle.
It's going to be a 1st down. Ball on.
Sundra back in the game, taking Sean Healy's place, giving Sean a breather. But first and 10 at the 19 of Kuemper.
3:18.
Got to say hello to 2 of Carroll's finest. I know they listen when we play RT Schreck and his wife Judy. Love listening to the Kuemper ball game, so say hello to those 2. Hope they're doing well.
Fitch going to be in the I formation. 2 backs in the backfield for the Crusaders. 13-0. Bishop-Heelan on top. Handoff is to Favors. And they've been able to stop Favors quite a bit tonight. It's going to be his 6th carry. His longest carry has been 4 yards. It's going to be a gain of about 2 on the play. I think a long 1.
Connor Keneally in on that tackle. He's played well coming out of the lineup now, catching a breather, but he's made some nice tackles from his line position.
13-0. Bishop-Heelan driving here late first half. Crusaders on top with 2:30 left here in the first half.
Kuemper with 3 down linemen, and then one of them up on the one of the defensive ends on this side is standing up.
Sundrup standing up from the outside linebacker position. Fitch in the pistol. They're going to hand it off to Favors. Going to try to bounce it out to the outside. I think this might be coming back. There might have been a holding in the middle. There's a flag
a little
up
laundry in the middle.
Up on the field.
They had a heavy set to the right side and brought it back left, and we still weren't able to make the stop. But looks like you said there's going to be a holding penalty.
Potentially, it's in the direction of holding. Let's see what they call. But it is going to be, I think it's going to be a block in the back on the offense is what they're going to call. So back, Bishop-Heelan up a little more. They'll redo the 2nd down play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 now for the Crusaders.
I think it's going to be more than that because they got to mark the penalty off. I think that's 10 yards.
Could potentially bring up a 2nd and 18
Remember when back in the day when the block in the back was something was clipping?
Clipping.
They don't even have that penalty anymore. It's now called a block in the back. But clipping was when when you hit them from behind, they'd give you that signal down by your knees.
Second down, 18. Clock going to run under 2 minutes here in just a little bit. It's 13-0 Bishop-Heelan on top of Kuemper. Crusaders have it on the Knights' 27-yard line. Finch going to drop back to pass. Going to look to dump it down to Thomas. Now trying to go deep.
He's got 24 wide open over the middle.
Going to hit it right over the middle. It's going to be number 24 on the play. Grant Whitecomb going to pick up a decent amount on there, but it's going to bring up third down.
Whitcomb just went in, set across the middle. He was wide open. Nobody picked him up. I could see it just as it was unfolded.
Gain of 16 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and 2. The longest pass tonight for Bishop-Heelan.
I'm guessing we'll see Mr. Thomas again.
That's who I would almost bet that's who they would give it to here. They're going to go in the single back formation. Pitch going to go under center. 2 tight ends to the right. Toss it out to Thomas and get him on space. And a nice open field tackle. Tate Barrett coming in and going low. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now let's see if they kick a field goal. We weren't really impressed with both their PAT attempts, so they might opt to go for this on 4th and 1.
We haven't stopped anything. I'm going for it. They took they brought number 17 coming out. Thomas is still in there. But good wrap-up. Tate Barrett, one of the wrestlers. I think he made state last year for Kuemper. You can tell that wrestling mentality comes out when you see plays like that.
47 seconds left here in the first half. It's 4th and 1 for Bishop-Heelan. They're going to go in the I formation and go a quarterback sneak, and they're going to get the first down and a couple more on the carry. Kuemper wasn't quite ready for the sneak.
Now they've used one of their timeouts. They still have 2 left.
They might have. They're going to
37 seconds
left,
folks.
They're going to keep the clock running. It's down to 34 now.
First and goal at the 8-yard line. And now they call timeout.
I think they're going to call a timeout with 28 seconds left. Going to be 1st and 7. We'll return. We're back in 1 minute here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM.
From bump, set, spike to the crack of the bat. At Motor Inn of Carroll, we love our high school sports. And we love the opportunity to support our local schools, athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the hard work of our kids, we get the enjoyment of watching and listening to their activities. Other life lessons, like teamwork and citizenship, help create outstanding young women and men we are so proud to sponsor. Good luck to all of our local sports teams. From Motor Inn of Carroll.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together because, like all teams, together, everyone achieves more. We all enjoy a snack and a drink when cheering for our favorite team. When finished, be a team player. Put your bottles and cans in the recycle bin and your empty food packaging in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how to be part of the recycle team. Because together, we're stronger. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, wishing our area athletes a safe and successful sports season.
28 seconds left here in the first half on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM. Casey Miners, Doug Waniger with you tonight, bringing you Kuemper football Week 1. Knights taking on the Crusaders of Bishop-Heelan. 28 seconds left.
That extra timeout that they used might come up big because they've only got 1 left now. But
Mitch going to hand it off to Thomas. Thomas going to shake off a tackler in the backfield. He's going to be close for a touchdown. They're going to give him a 7-yard touchdown. Going to be his 3rd of the night on his unofficially 18th carry.
Had him completely wrapped up in the backfield. He just ran through the tackle.
Thomas, one of the better running backs that I've seen in quite a while here. With his ability to shake off, to break the tackle is going to be really good for Bishop-Heelan this season.
Yeah, well, they said he had several D1 offers, so no surprise that he is as good as he is. I did think Kuemper would tackle better than they are tonight. We're a lot of arm tackling and that sort of thing, and you're not going to bring a kid like that down with arm tackles.
19-0 Bishop-Heelan on top, awaiting the extra point. 21 seconds left here, and I think if you're Kuemper, you get this ball back, probably just going to look to knee it and go into halftime and kind of regroup and see if you can make a halftime comeback.
Well, you never know.
Looks like they're going to line up to go for 2, going to make it a 3-score game. We got a flag in the backfield, or the back judge going to throw the flag. Is it going to be a delay of game?
I think they called a timeout. Did you see a flag? I didn't see it.
The back judge there right next to the pylon threw a flag. They must have got a timeout in before. So we will step away and take the timeout with them. We'll be back in 1 minute. We got the last half of the first half coming up. We'll return here in 1 minute on KCIM.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Motion. Roll pitch out, and he is not going to be in for two. It's going to be a 19-0 lead for Bishop-Heelan.
Good tackle by Lucas Steele, shed off his blocker. Lucas is a big, strong kid. He's been working hard over there with Greg.
He's had a good defensive game
tonight. He's played well other than that first series.
Mm-hmm. I think the Knights in general need to find an answer in the second half for Bishop-Heelan's running attack. Maybe try to force them to throw the football a little bit more. It seems like most of the time when Heelan's thrown the football, they've had good coverage downfield, just unable to get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, it's been just a really good job by the Heelan offense. They've not turned the ball over, and they just run. But when you got a back like Thompson in the backfield, and that quarterback's pretty shifty as well, he knows how to operate that offense really well. You know, a lot of these kids didn't get a lot of playing time, but they are seniors. Mm-hmm. So they've been around the program for a while, and they know what to expect, and it looks like they've worked hard in the weight room as well because, last year when we met up with them early in the year, it was a battle, and, truth be told, we won the battle, I think, but this year it's been a dominant performance by Sioux City Healing in this ball game tonight.
The kicker, senior Landon Block, going to be out to kick. It's going to go back to Carson Canny. Canny will catch it about the 10, going to have it up to the 30-yard line, looking to get free. Going to break some couple tackles and get it up past the 35. 14 seconds will be left here in the first half, and likely going to take it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't just air it out. I don't know. When you're down 19-0, you don't want to make it worse, but we've got a smart quarterback.
Bating going to bring in the play from Kuemper's sidelines.
He's just going to tell him, whatever you do, don't turn it over, don't fumble it.
Knights working towards the rec center here, going left to right on your radio dial. Bating going to be in the shotgun, one back to the left. Your receiver split out to the left side of the field.
Yeah, they're throwing.
Back to pass, going to go over the middle of the field. That's Carson Canny with the catch. Going to have it up past midfield. Going to get a quick timeout here by Kuemper. Going to have it with 8 seconds left. They're going to have it in Bishop-Heelan territory. The first time they've been in Crusader territory so far in the first half.
Yeah, that's only the second big play they've had tonight, but Kuemper's going to get called for having too many players on the field. Should have been a penalty on that because we still had 12 guys on the field.
Knights not use a timeout. I figured they'd call a timeout. They had 2 left.
Yeah. Well, they called one before that, but they didn't need to call a timeout because they spiked it.
Going to have it now with 4 seconds.
We're down
left.
to one play either way, so it doesn't matter how they did it. But an opportunity to put themselves in position to make something happen. You can bet that Sioux City Heelan's not going to give them anything deep. It's probably going to have to be a catch and run type of thing. But
20-yard plus play, I would say, the one there caught by Carson Canny.
Mm-hmm.
Bating going to be in the shotgun. Hoffman to his left. Going to roll it out. Going to run a reverse pass with Canny. They're going to try to fake it. Going to throw it to Vanami down the field. He's going to go up and make the catch, but it's going to be short of the end zone. So a good play there designed by the Knights, but not in time. It didn't get to the end zone. That's going to take us to halftime at 19-0.
That was a great throw by Canny. I don't know how he even got it off because he had all kinds of pressure, but unfortunately the clock ran out with Braxton Vanami catching that ball on about the 8-yard line. That's too bad. But give them something to think about. Hey, we can play with this team.
19-0 as we go to halftime. We'll be back. We got your Culver's After Report coming up. Be back in a little bit here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM.
From bump, set, spike to the crack of the bat, at Motor Inn of Carroll, we love our high school sports. And we love the opportunity to support our local schools, athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the hard work of our kids, we get the enjoyment of watching and listening to their activities. Other life lessons, like teamwork and citizenship, help create outstanding young women and men we are so proud to sponsor. Good luck to all of our local sports teams. From Motor Inn of Carroll.
Earning college credit while in high school is a smart choice. Area high school students have several college class options available to them through the DMAC Carroll campus and Templeton Regional Center. Students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMAC college credit can be part of your high school plan at no cost to you. DMAC, life's calling.
When you need a quick meal or one on the go, your Carroll Pizza Ranch has great deals for carry-out and delivery. Order online and get 8 pizzas of Country's Best Chicken with potato wedges for only $20. How about 2 large pizzas for $25? Or get 2 medium single-topping pizzas, cheesy ranch sticks, and a cactus bread for just $20. Check out these deals and more at pizzaranch.com today and order hot and fresh. Pizza Ranch, located off Highway 30 in Carroll, open 7 days a week.
Whoa, that's good. UTVs have been around for over 20 years, but they're still evolving, and with them now being legal on Iowa roads, usage has evolved as well. Whether you're commuting to work, gravel traveling with friends, or hitting the most beautiful riding spots in the country, Olson's Outdoor Power has the right Polaris, Can-Am, or Kawasaki for you. On top of that, we have the turn signals, mirrors, and tires to make your UTV more comfortable and safer. Stop by today at Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop, with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Smithfield Foods is an American-based food company committed to producing high-quality, wholesome, and affordable food. They want you to join their team in Carroll. They are hiring general production individuals, and the starting pay is amazing at $19.55 per hour. You'll also get a generous benefits package. You'll get paid holidays, paid time off, medical, vision, dental insurance, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/Carroll to apply online. Smithfield Foods, equal opportunity employer, including disability and veterans.
19-0 here at the half. The Kuemper Knights trailing Bishop-Heelan 19-0 again here at the half on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM KCIM. We welcome you into the Culver's Halftime Report, celebrating 40 years in business and 12 years right here in Carroll. Culver's, welcome to Delicious Casey Miners. Doug Waniger with you guys tonight on the broadcast. And Doug, it didn't go Kuemper's way there in the first half. We'll try to run through the stats here later on in the halftime show, but it's 19-0 here at the half. Knights got to do a better job of stopping the run in the second half.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. They knew that they were going to see Mr. Thomas coming in, and I didn't know that they had other players that were going to show up, but to the level that some of them have. But the blocking has been excellent for Sioux City-Heelan, and the line play is where the difference in the game has been, and that was my concern coming in. But our linebackers have played pretty well. We just can't get anything going because of the dominance in the line, both on offense and defense.
You mentioned that they've tried to move the pocket a little bit. I thought that last drive you saw the line, I think, work a little bit better, and they were able to move the ball down the field pretty well.
Yeah, well, the fumble hurt us a little bit, but we did, down 19-0 at this point. We've made some things happen, just not a lot, and nothing with any consistency at all. So, I saw a lot of hands on the hips and that type of thing, too, and that's concerning when you're going against a team like this because they'll sense that and dig in. But we just haven't found any offensive consistency at all.
We will step away, take a break. We will be back in 3 minutes. We are going to give you the first half stats, also run through some other scores from the area. Again, back in 3 minutes. We'll your Culver's Action Report here on a KCIM.
For more than 40 years, Culver's has brought you fresh, never frozen deliciousness. And since 2012, we have been proud to serve the Carroll community. From mouth-watering burgers to our one-of-a-kind custards, our goal at Culver's is simple. Satisfy your hunger with the highest quality products delivered to you with a smile. Whether you are a coach, player, or parent, Culver's is the perfect destination to build team spirit. Come celebrate 12 years in Carroll with us.
Culver's, welcome to Delicious.
At Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
For over 50 years, Pringer's Lumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer's Lumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer's Lumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
Looking to boost your brand? Top Loft makes it easy with custom online stores for businesses, sports teams, and organizations. Enhance your brand's visibility with a tailor-made store showcasing your logo, colors, and designs. Enjoy endless customization options, choose styles, colors, and add your unique touch to every product. Plus, their streamlined ordering system ensures a smooth experience for you and your customers. Elevate your brand with Top Loft in downtown Carroll or visit toploftclothing.com and start building your online store today.
KCIM Western Iowa weather.
Lows level off around 55 tonight under clear skies. Winds out of the northwest around 5 miles per hour. Ample sunshine expected again tomorrow. High temperatures reach up to 83. Clear skies tomorrow night. Lows level off around 57. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. See the full forecast and the Brinks Exteriors radar at 1380kcim.com. Right now, it's 68 degrees.
Report here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM, KCIM. We'll run through scores from around the area right now, going over on a Kick 106.7. Carroll and Greene County are tied at 14 in the second quarter. Again, our score here at half, 19-0. Bishop-Heelan on top in Class 2A. District 8, other scores going on. Des Moines Christian on top of Appella Christian, 14-0. Our last update on that one was in the first quarter. Then also Carroll up on Greene County. Carroll and Greene County tied at 14 in the second quarter. Class 1A, District 2, ICAM Manning on top of East Sac County. That one's at 20-6 there in the second quarter. The South Central Calhoun on top of Pocahontas area, 6-0. In the first quarter. Class A, District 7 scores that we have so far. Again, we just mentioned the IK Manning and his South Central Calhoun scores. The SEC up 6-0 on Pocahontas area. Then IK Manning up 20-6 over East Sac County. And then we do not have any 8-man scores yet to report from tonight in any of the 8-man District 1 and 8-man District 9. So let's look at our scoreboard here at the half. And again, you can catch all of the score updates up on our new Way Forward scoreboard show that's going to be up on our sports website at sports.1380kcim for you guys. Should be the first thing that pops up there. And click on it, check out all the scores throughout the district. That's updating throughout the night for you guys. Kuemper down 19-0 here at the half. We'll go ahead, step away, take a quick break. Got the stats coming up and some second half expectations from our broadcast partner Doug Laniger when we return in 3 minutes here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM.
Financial planning can be easy to avoid, but in these uncertain times, it should be your top priority. Now is the time to put Silverleaf Wealth Management on your team. Whether you want to plan for retirement, better manage your investment assets, or fund your kids' education, Silverleaf Wealth Management can help you discover, design, and implement a plan for pursuing your goals. Visit us online or schedule a consultation with me, Ann Slechta, today by calling or texting us at 712-775-2251. This is Silverleaf Wealth Management of Carroll, Iowa.
From footings to framing to finish, for farm, home, or commercial, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Hi, this is J.R. Mayhall, insurance agent and realtor with Gredeman & Associates. We're excited to announce Eric Bass and Nate Gredeman have joined our team. Eric has numerous years of experience in both insurance and real estate, and we're excited that Nate has moved back and brought his wealth of knowledge of commercial real estate to our team, and he also has his insurance license. It's a very challenging time in both real estate and insurance, and we are here to help you. Gredeman & Associates, Highway 30 here in Carroll.
I'm Dr. Marie Johnson with St. Anthony. I'm excited to be offering comprehensive obstetrical and gynecologic services for women of all ages, including adolescents. My focus is on the importance of women's health care, preventive care, and maternal health. I also have valuable experience in fertility care, helping patients and couples achieve their pregnancy goals. I'm looking forward to being a part of the community, and I'm welcoming new patients.
Contact the St. Anthony Clinic at 792-2222. Always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you're looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest.
Hi, this is Dr. Mulbauer from McFarland Clinic in Carroll. If you are expecting a baby, our family medicine department is here to help you every step of the way. Our physicians provide prenatal care and services, childbirth, and postpartum care. Your McFarland Clinic family medicine physicians can perform C-sections and VBACs during delivery. Call our family medicine office at 712-792-1500 or visit our website at mcfarlandclinic.com for more information. McFarland Clinic Carroll, here for you and your growing family.
Back into your Culver Satchel Report here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM, 3:20 until we get started here in the second half. It's 19-0. We'll run through the first half stats for you. Not a lot to report from Kuemper. All these stats unofficial so far for tonight. We'll get official stats posted for you guys on the recap of the story coming up later on this weekend. Probably going to be posted Saturday or Sunday on that. Jaron Hoffman in the first half had 3 carries for 9 yards. It was the Sundra boy had 1 carry for -6 yards. Brock Bading unofficially in the first half, 4 for 8 for 49 yards. Carson Canny also with a couple of receptions there in that first half as well. Also threw a pass towards the end of the first half. Bishop-Heelan, this is the one that you gotta do better on here for Kuemper. Offensively, the Thomas boy, 18 carries, 216 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Can I correct you on that?
What?
He's a man.
He's a load to bring down. He's a load to bring down. If you're watching him on our video, you can probably
see him. But we've got to do a better job of tackling, too. You know, speaking of tackles, Tate Barrett does lead the Knights right now. He's got 6 solo tackles and 5 assists already, so he's, climbing up the tackle chart. Kent Sanders has 5 and 2, and then Lucas Deal, we thought he had done pretty well. He had 4 unassisted tackles. 4 solo tackles and 1 assist, and then 1 TFL. So, other than that, not a lot of activity from too many of the Knights.
And Tate Barrett's done a nice job, plugging up the middle of the line. You mentioned a lot of times, I think a lot of Thomas's yards have come when they've bounced it out to the outside because that middle's plugged up by Sanders and Barrett. Yeah,
they're playing their area. They're just not getting help from other areas. But, again, it starts with better line player to free those guys up to take them a path more to the ball carrier.
Offensively, what's Kuemper got to do in the second half? You're down 19-0, probably going to look to pass the ball a lot here in the second half.
Yeah, we've got to find a way to slow down their rush so Brock can get a time to pass because every time he goes back, there's somebody, barreling down on him from 2 or 3 areas. So we've got to do something with the pass rush, and, again, that starts in the line play.
Kuemper will receive the ball here in the second half. It's 19-0 here at the half. We got the second half coming up for you in just a moment. We will step away, take a break. We'll be back into 2 minutes here on a kick 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM.
This is Don Neary from Avila Bank. Everyone at Avila Bank wishes the student athletes success in their endeavors. We know to make a winning team, you need to put in the work, and that's what we'll do at Avila. We'll work to make sure your farm or business has the best financial opportunities available. We want to take the stress out of banking, allowing you to focus on what matters and what you love. Whether you own a business or own a farm, we're here to help you identify ways you can achieve your goals, and we will work hard to make sure you achieve achieve financial success. After all, your success is our success. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
Equal housing lender. When it comes to sports injuries and pain, call the specialist at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning. Dr. Suppy and Dr. Janning work closely with area athletes and teams in providing effective treatment and rehabilitation of sports-related injury. For optimal sports performance, call Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, 792-6026. Or stop by their clinic at 1420 Highway 71 North in Carroll. Proud sponsors of all area teams.
Hi, this is Michelle from Midwest Wholesale. Kitchen cabinets by Birch Manufacturing are built to inspire. We believe that every kitchen tells a story, which is why these cabinets align with your home's beauty. We offer a variety of different finishes, wood selections, along with accessories to create a customized style. And here at Midwest Wholesale, we've been designing cabinets for so many years and designed thousands of kitchens, bathrooms, and mudrooms in our area. Trust the experts with Kitchens Plus by Birch and Midwest Wholesale. How you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Second half fast approaching here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCAM. We're running through some of those scores from around the other districts for you tonight, as well as again, you can check out all of our district scores up at our sports website at sports.1380kcim.com. That was posted later on tonight for you guys to keep up to date on how some of the games are going around. Again, we don't have scores for every single team in each district up there. For the ones we do have, Class 3A District 1, Carroll and Greene County tied at 14. That last updated in the second quarter. Again, we're 19-0 here. Bishop-Heelan also in Class 3A District 1, so they will take on the Carroll Tigers later on in the year here, back over here. And then the other updates, we have Des Moines Christian over Pella Christian in Class 2A District 8. That's Kemper's district. That's 14-0. And then again, the Carroll and Greene County score 14-14 in the second quarter as we get set to start the second half here on KCM. Knights to receive the football.
Glenn.
And then Canny, I believe, back there deep to receive for Kemper. It's hard for me to see out this window. I can see Griffin, but then I can't see Carson if I lean forward and back here in the press box.
Yeah, the big bars that go down between our windows make it very difficult. Anything, between outside of the 20s is tough to see from one side or the other.
Bishop-Heelan waiting to kick it off. The senior kicker, number 26, Landon Block, will kick it off for the Crusaders. 19-0 here. Kemper going to need to get it going offensively if they want to make a comeback here in the second half.
Yeah, let's see what changes they make on offense, what they try to do. But we got to get Brock on the move a little bit because he's not going to be able to stay in the pocket.
Carson didn't have any blocking there on that kick return, and he's going to be shy of, they're just right at the 20-yard line. I thought they tackled him at the 19, but they're going to place it at the 20. So Knight's going to be backed up here for their first drive in their first half, in the second half, excuse me. Bating going to go in at quarterback. Going to bring the play into the huddle. 1st and 10 coming up for the Knights. Ball on their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, the Knights have not been able to run the ball at all. I don't think we have more than about maybe 10 yards of rushing offense. So,
yeah, I mean, you've got 3 yards right now and officially on Rudd running the football so far tonight. They've only ran it 4 times. Brock going to drop back to pass. Going to get pressured now. Rolls out. Tries to find a man downfield. He's going to force it in.
Good.
To Carson Canny, but unable to bring it in.
Good pass, but it was a really nice defensive play by one of the Crusaders out there, number 25's Harpino. Carson kind of had that ball in his hands, and he reached in and stripped it out. So it's going to be an incomplete pass. Be 2nd and 10 for Kemper, driving south to north, down 19-0, just starting the third quarter.
Knights going towards DMAC, right to left on your radio dial here in the third quarter. Bating going to draw back to pass, going to look to go left, going to roll out towards there, going to try to go deep. He's got Logan Ryle open, and it's just going to be out of the reach of the Knights receiver, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 here for Kemper.
Again, a pretty good throw there by Brock. Had decent protection, but was on the run, but a really nice play by Carson Fitch. This is a good Sioux City Heelan team. They got some really good athletes, much better ball club than what we faced last year up there. But like I said, the Knights are without a lot of the weapons that they lost. Plus, we've got a couple of injuries of guys not playing tonight that are key cogs in the wheel.
Baden going to go in the shotgun again. Braxton Vanami going to be the lone receiver to the left. He's going to have Jaron Huffman in the backfield with him. Trips to the far side. He's going to drop back to pass. He's got a nice pocket, but it's going to be over the head. I think that was that Griffin Glenn that he overthrew there for.
Griffin was wide open on about the 32-yard line, and Brock just missed him that time. That's really unlike Brock to overthrow one like that.
I wonder if right now he's feeling the happy feet back there with the pressure that he felt in the first half.
That's really not his thing. Normally, Brock stays pretty cool under pressure, but he just overshot that ball by a good 2 yards.
Carson Fitch going to be back deep to receive for Bishop-Heelan.
Fitch triples, actually. It's
Mayhall's going to be on to punt. It's going to take a Bishop-Heelan bounce, and it's going to roll towards the 40-yard line. Bishop-Heelan going to have it in plus territory, right about the Knight's 40-yard line, and they will take over for their first drive here of the second half. 11:30 left in this third quarter. It's 19-0 Bishop-Heelan on top of Kuemper.
Austin Heinrichs, the young sophomore, getting some playing time down there on the punt return. One of the Knights downing that ball. But, wow, Sioux City Heelan up 19-0, just starting the third quarter and getting their first possession on the Kuemper 41-yard line. Not a good situation.
They had good field position for most of their drives in the first half. This is their best field position to start here in the third quarter. Fitch going to go under center in a single back formation. They're going to put White in motion across the line. Thomas in the backfield going to set up a trip to the left side of the formation. They're going to hand it off to Thomas up the middle on the weak side. He's going to break off a tackle, or he's going to be going downfield, and he's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown, and that is not the way you wanted to start the second half if you're Kuemper. A 41-yard touchdown, 4 touchdowns now for Kason Thomas, the junior running back for Bishop-Heelan. That's going to take the lead to 25-0.
He's going to be the state's player of the week at this rate because he's up at about, 250 yards right now?
250 yards, right? Pretty close to 250. That one went 40. He was at 216.
Fortunately, that one's coming back, though.
Because they're going to get a holding?
No, they had illegal procedure.
Legal procedure. So
I did not see
I
that
didn't see it either.
That run was a thing of beauty. I mean, you got to hand it to this kid. He is something else. He's running right through our guys, and 2 or 3 guys tried to wrap up on him with 2 hands, and he just ran through them. He is so strong. And when he shifts side to side, he keeps going forward. He doesn't run and stop and juke, and he just keeps going.
He's a hard runner. Runs very hard. 19-0 now for Bishop-Heelan. It's going to be a first down and 15. They gate the 41-yard touchdown run moments ago for the Crusaders.
Thomas is right back in there after that play. No breathers, no nothing.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to him again on that same very play. Going to bounce it out to the outside. Now guts back up the middle. It's going to be up and past the original line of scrimmage.
Kent Sanders on the tackle again from the linebacker position, but after he had picked up 9 yards, because it was second down or first down.
It was first and 15. They're going to give him 10 on the play. 2nd and 5 now coming up for Bishop-Heelan. Thomas going to get a blow here as Favors will come into the game. Tate Barrett, we've mentioned, had a really nice game. Had a really nice game from the linebacker spot so far tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, he shouldn't have to be getting that many tackles that early in the game, but Sioux City Heelan's been on the field for most of this ball game on offense.
Fitch will go under center, going to hand it off to Favors. Favors going to follow his blocker, but a nice open field tackle there by Tate Barrett. Going to bring up 3rd down, and if you can get off the field, it's going to be 4-down territory here for Bishop-Heelan.
I'll be surprised if you don't see Thomas back in the lineup here.
They're keeping him on the field now. Going to bring in Petit as well as Harpenau.
I thought Thomas took a break. I thought I saw him go out, but 3rd and 3. The Knights got to get a stop. We can't give up a score here. 4 down, 24-0. This game's going to be over early.
They're going to run it from the single back formation. They've got 2 back. They got an offset eye is actually, I believe, what the formation is. Fish going to go under center. Going to toss it out to Favors on the weak side. He's got a blocker out there with him. He's going to be close to the first down. I think it's going to be 4th and 1 coming up.
Really nice tackle there by Sean Healy from his linebacker position. But as we noted, it's going to be 4th and 1, and they're certainly going to go for it in this situation. They've had some struggles on 4th down with Kuemper, but
I've noticed in this game when Thomas isn't on the field, Kuemper seems to really get him on, like hold him to short games.
Yeah,
I mean, Thomas has been the big factor why this game's 19-0.
Absolutely. He is a difference maker, and he's going to be a difference maker for them against a lot of teams.
Not on the field here on 4th and 1. Fitch will go into center. Got to watch the quarterback sneak. They ran it earlier on a 4th and 1
jet
play.
Sweep again.
Going to toss it out to Favors. Favors
Good
is
hit
not
there
going
by
to
the Kuemper. Tate Barrett again.
Tate Barrett, we mentioned, had a great game so far, and Knight's going to get the football right back, and that is great. Coming off of what could have been a 25-0 game and an opening touchdown on their first drive.
Yeah, on that first play, they went the distance for the touchdown. First or second play, he goes the distance. That gets called back, which it was the first play, but a big hit there by Barrett. That's the Tate Barrett we saw last year, but again, he's already up to about 13, 14 tackles in this ballgame, at least that he's been a part of.
Favors has been Bishop-Heelan's second leading rusher. He's gotten 9 carries for 11 yards.
Yeah.
Without Thomas in this game.
We're going to have we should have had a motion penalty there because we had 2 guys move.
Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 now for the Knights. I believe Jaron Hoffman got the carry. Going to gain 0 on the play.
Yeah, their defensive line is just dominating our offensive line. We're not able to do anything with them, and it's just forcing us into a passing situation.
Knights unofficially have thrown the ball 11 times tonight. They've only ran it 5.
16 plays, and here we are with 8:30 left in the third quarter.
Brock Bating going to be in the shotgun. Hoffman to his right. 2 receivers split out to the left side of the formation. Again, Knights working towards D-Mac. Going to hand it off to Hoffman. Again, he's going to bounce it out to the outside. Going to make a man miss, and he's going to have the first down and more, and that's what you like to see from the sophomore running back.
Yeah, that was a good play call there because they were definitely expecting pass because we haven't been able to do things, but a little misdirection, kind of a counter play, running back from left to right, and he took it up to the 48-yard line for a first down. I think that's only Kuemper's first down in the ball game, maybe 4th.
Their longest run of the night. I had it about a 13-yard gain there for the Knights. It's going to bring the 1st and 10 just shy of the 50. Going to have it at their own 48-yard line. Griffin Glenn just checked out. Didn't quite see who came in at receiver. They're going to swing it out to Braxton Vanami. And that play is going to be read nicely there by Bishop-Heelan. It's going to bring up a 3rd down now. Or 2nd down, excuse me.
Yeah, again, Brock was getting pressure from the time he got the football, and they had to get rid of it early. And Braxton made a nice catch, or a nice job just to hang on to the ball, but going to lose a yard on a completed pass. That's never a good situation.
You like in this situation, though, that Brock hasn't turned the football over with how little time he has to throw the football.
Yeah, Brock's a smart kid. I bet he probably wishes he had a few of those weapons back that he had last year, but it might not make that much difference this year, but even because he's just not getting time.
19-0 your score, 7:14 left in the third quarter, and I think we're going to get a timeout by Kuemper. We will step away and take it with them. Knight's going to have the football back. When we return, we'll be back in 1 minute here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM, KCIM.
Napa is your trusted source for automotive parts, accessories, and know-how for your car, truck, SUV, and farm equipment. We offer a complete performance machine shop, extensive tool and equipment department, and hydraulic hoses while you wait. So whether it's a replacement part for your daily driver or you are just in need for a professional machine shop, you can trust your locally owned and operated Napa store. Make it a point to stop in and see the pros. Napa, Highway 30 West in Carroll. Napa, we are so much more than a parts store.
Thank you for calling Brinks Exteriors. This is Allie.
Hi, we recently had a tree fall in our house, and I'd like to get an estimate for roof damage.
Sure, we offer free on-site consultations for all our services.
Great. While I have you, could you refer me to someone who can replace the drafty window?
Brinks does windows too, with high-quality Energy Star products.
What if we'd like to replace our siding?
Brinks has you covered.
Gutters? Doors?
Our name says it all. Brinks Exteriors is your headquarters for all things exterior, from start to finish.
Call 712-ROOF-PRO or visit BrinksExteriors.com.
Second and 11 for the Kuemper Knights as we come back to you out of the timeout here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM, KCIM. Plenty of football going on before we got your New Way Auto Group scoreboard show coming up tonight following the game. Brock Bating going to drop back to pass. A quick throw out to Carson Canny.
Oh, Carson's beside himself because those are plays that he normally makes, but he had it in his hands. It was a great strike from Brock, and Carson just looked upfield just a second early, but he would have went about another 5 to 8 yards with that.
Going to bring up now 3rd and 11 for Kuemper. Likely going to be 4 down territory. If you can get something here, you're down 19-0 with 7:09 left.
Carson's going to be really upset with himself. He's one of those kids that puts a lot of pressure on himself to perform.
Bating going to be in the shotgun. Bishop-Heelan going to blitz a little bit. They're going to go right back to that same play that just happened. Canty catches the football now, and it's going to be about a 15-yard gain. Or, excuse me, going to be about, a 16-yard gain on the play. That'll bring a first down for the Kuemper Knights.
Pretty much the exact same play, and Carson wasn't going to let that one get away. He had both hands wrapped around it and fighting for that extra yard, but a great strike and decent blocking that time by the line. If Brock can get some time to throw, there's still time to get back into this. It's only 19-0. There's still a little over a quarter and a half to play.
First down for the Knights. Ball on the Bishop-Heelan 35-yard line. Brady going to draw back to pass. Going to step up in the pocket. Going to try to dump it down to Hoffman. It's going to be off of his fingertips. That'll be an incomplete pass. And what I've noticed here,
Thomas was in on him again. I know that's unfortunate because Thomas is down on the field. I hope that kid's not hurt.
He is. I don't know what
He had a bunch of tackles for loss last year, and he's holding like it looks like a cramp. I hope it's just a cramp.
He's played a really good game tonight. You're going to have a trainer out look at him. And one thing that I've noticed, Doug, I think a little bit as the games went on, when Kuemper has looked to hit the quick routes, the quick strikes, that's worked for him tonight. Yeah. It's when they try to go deep and it takes that three-step drop and Bating's got to wait for the routes to develop. It's when he starts to get pressure on him.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can only go to the well so often with the same play. You've got to be able to do other things to set it up. And yes, Mr. Thomas is getting up, walking off on his own power. That would have been a tragedy to see a talent like that not be able to finish his football season.
19-0 here in the third quarter. 6:39 left. Casey Miners, Doug Waniger with you here on KCIM. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Knights when both teams get back out on the field.
Kuemper had that injury bug last year. Evan Adams, got hurt the second or third game and was lost for the year, tore his arm up. DJ missed a few games, with the shoulder situation and wasn't able to play quarterback, which kind of turned out to be a blessing in disguise the way things turned out because it helped Brock develop. But injuries are part of football, and you just have to adapt. But you sure hate to see it happen to high school kids.
Bating going to hand it off to Hoffman, and that's going to be blown up as soon as he got the football, had players in the backfield, and that's going to bring up third down now for the Knights. Likely 4-down territory, 3rd and 11 coming up for Kuemper.
Again, offensive line just getting dominated by the defensive line from Sioux City Heelan. They're smaller but quicker, and that's the difference. We've got to be able to move our feet so that we can stay in front of those blocks and drive them home.
Brayton Alford going to check into the game now for Hoffman. It's going to be 3rd and 11 now for the Knights. Kuemper runs a lot of their offensive sets from the shotgun. They're going to have two backs in the backfield with Bating. Two receivers split out to the right side of the formation, one to the left.
Look for Canty again.
Bating going to hand it off up the middle. That is going to be to Sundra, but a nice hard run. It's going to bring up a 4th down, for Kuemper. Likely going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, I think that was the plan there anyway. We're going to go for it on 4th anyway, so maybe catch them off guard by running it like they did that play 4 or 5 plays ago. 4th
and 5. Bating going to go back to a quick hitch to Carson Canty. Going to make one man miss. He might have around the corner. He's at the 5. Canty going to reach, and he's going to be out at the 1.
Takes the official out of the play, but what a catch and run by Carson Canty. A nice pass again. But they got to get the ball in his hands.
Ball was marked at the 21. They're going to mark it, I believe, just shy. Ball is going to be placed. They haven't updated yet. I can't quite see where the ball is at. Ball's placed at the 2, I believe. Going to try to push him into the end zone. So it was a 19-yard pass there from Bating to Canty.
Yeah, this is where the Knights could have some trouble because that interior line's been dominated all night. They tried going with a quarterback sneak there, and they got to be careful because you cannot push the quarterback from the backside in high school football. You can do it in college ball, I believe, but you can't do it in high school.
They're going to bring in some bigger bodies. Tate Barrett and Sean Healy have checked into the game offensively for Kuemper. 19-0. Knights showing some life here in the third quarter. 4:50 left. We're in the third quarter. Bating going to go under center. Going to hand it off to Healy. Healy trying to get in.
He drove hard. He got down to about the 1.
They're going to mark him at the 1
yard line. So a little lightning from the Knights.
And it's come from the bottle from probably their shortest player, Carson Canty.
One of them.
Yeah, he's electric with the ball in his hands, and we talked about it a little bit.
I'll take 11 Carson Cantys on my team any day.
Very hard-working kid. It's going to be 3rd and 2. 19-0 here in the third quarter. 4:16 left. Bating going to go Going to be in the I formation, hand off to Healy again, and he is going to get into the end zone for a touchdown.
Good job there by the right side of the line. 75. Reed Steiger got a big block, I think, but gets the Knights into the end zone. Knights. They're down 19-6 now.
Knights look up to a two-possession game.
They need 3 scores anyway.
4:10 left here in the third quarter. Looks like they're going to go for 2. It's 19-6. Kemper getting into the end zone for the first time today. Looks like there's some confusion.
If we get it to 19-8, yeah, then we could possibly get within 3 with another 8 points. So
Mayhall staying on the sidelines. Knights going to go for 2. Down by 13.
Ryan Sunder coming into the game. Again, maybe look for that quick hitter.
Beatty going to work from the shotgun. He's going to roll out to the right.
He could run it in if he wanted to.
He's going to dump it down to Sundrup, and that 2-point conversion will be good. He had the room to run it in, but dumps it off to Sundrup, and it's going to be 19-8. The Knights get on the board with 4:10 left here in the third quarter. We will step away, take a break. Be back in 1 minute. Got more of the third quarter coming up here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIN.
From bump, set, spike to the crack of the bat, at Motor Inn of Carroll, we love our high school sports. And we love the opportunities to support our local schools, athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the hard work of our kids, we get the enjoyment of watching and listening to their activities. Other life lessons, like teamwork and citizenship, help create outstanding young women and men we are so proud to sponsor. Good luck to all of our local sports teams. From Motor Inn of Carroll.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together because, like all teams, together, everyone achieves more. We all enjoy a snack and a drink when cheering for our favorite team. When finished, be a team player. Put your bottles and cans in the recycle bin and your empty food packaging in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how to be part of the recycle team. Because together, we're stronger. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, wishing our area athletes a safe and successful sports season.
Knights able to get on the board, 19-8, a 1-yard touchdown run by Sean Healy. Sioux City Bishop-Heelan going to have the football back. They called the fair catch, right? Coach Steinkamp is livid on the sideline. They called the fair catch, and I believe Fitch caught it and started running with the football, so it should be a penalty.
Well, I think that's what Coach was hollering about, is they called a fair catch, so he's wanting to know why they were letting him proceed. And I think he threw his hat, and I think he's kind of apologized, saying, sorry, I got excited the way he looked there, but they're going to get it at the 25-yard line. So the Knights defense still has a chance to make something happen here. We've got some backups in here. But we have got to focus and dial in on Mr. Thomas. And the defensive line has got to do a better job allowing our linebackers to get in there and make plays.
At this point, I let somebody else beat you. They haven't been able to do it outside of Thomas tonight. Thomas going to get the carry. A nice group of gain tackling there by the Knights. Going to bring up a second and short, or we say second and long. Going to be about a 2-yard gain for Thomas on the carry. His 20th unofficially tonight.
Looks like number 9 in on that tackle, and then
great and all for Kent Sanders. Now looks like to be cramping on the field.
I'm not sure if he's cramping. He's had a bad ankle all week, and then he was over here getting retaped. That would be a big loss if he's hurt. And yeah, it's not a cramp. It's that ankle again.
3:46 left here in the first half. Doug, let's kind of talk about that Kemper drive a little bit. The nice job of getting the ball to one of their better playmakers in Carson Canny.
Well, he dropped that one over the middle, and he was just mad at himself. They went right back to that play, and he came back to it, and ran the ball, I think, once in that. But for the most part, it was a pass, and then we got some protection finally that time. That big line for Sioux City Healing may be getting a little bit tired, but we're doing a much better job of just running the routes. So we've got some really good, quick guys out there. It's just a matter of Brock getting time to hit them.
Yeah,
Kent's still down.
Canny unofficially, I got him for 4 catches here. 2 of them really big here in the second half, 1 for 19, 1 for 16, and he's been kind of the spark that Kemper's needed.
Well, you knew he was going to be one of the leaders on the team this year. I mean, he's kind of the go-to guy, and he's got to make it happen. He plays safety, on the defensive side as well, and he might be getting a break from that right now as number 3 is in there.
Austin Heinrichs.
Heinrichs just a sophomore.
I know Coach Steinkamp really high on the sophomore class that they have.
Yeah, they've got some talented kids out
athletes
there, so it'll be interesting to see if Heelan comes out and picks on that defensive backfield right now.
Going to go in the I formation. Fitch going to put a man in motion. Hand it off to Thomas again.
Just got buried that time.
No, that wasn't Thomas. That was Favors. Favors, excuse me. Going to bring up third down now. This is a big down for
I think
Kuemper.
it was Tate Barrett again.
Tate Barrett's had a great game from his linebacker position.
Hayden Benami checking back in for Owen Mashing, who'd spelled him. But a big down here, 3rd and 8. The Knights have got to get a stop. Feeling a little momentum swing here, maybe. There's still 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Certainly not too late.
For sure a pass, or not for sure, but they could run it. But it's more than likely a passing down, and that's what you need to get Bishop-Heelan in because they haven't passed it a whole bunch tonight.
Yeah, you still want to look for Mr. Thomas on that swing pass.
The single back set. One back in the backfield. Going to draw back to pass. It's going to try to set up a screen. He's going to be pressured, and a nice play by Tate Barrett, but just missed the tackle. Going to hit into the ground.
Great pressure by Lucas Deal and
Tate
Barrett.
Almost had him in the backfield for
Tate's
a sack.
trying to be an official. They're saying, hey, that's intentional grounding, and there was nobody there. I don't know. I couldn't see if there was or not. But good pressure. That's a great stop for Kuemper as Carson Candy dropping back now. And, again, I think he's a little deep to give himself a chance to make a good return.
Second punt for Bishop-Heelan tonight. 2:34 left here in this third quarter.
There he's moving up. Yeah, he's moving up about 5 yards there.
Punt on the way, and we're
short.
Then we got a flag. Tate Barrett tackled the punter. It's going to push him up a little bit. I don't think it'll quite be it might be a first down. I don't know. It depends on how severe they award this, but
they're going to call it roughing or.
Tate Barrett tackled the punter, so we're going to see what happens here. 19-8, your score. Bishop-Heelan on top.
Let's see what they sort this out here. Personal foul. That's going to be running into the kicker, and that's going to be that first down. That's how many times have we made mistakes on critical fourth downs, whether it be a fumble or not executing properly on defense? And there we get the personal foul.
Both times at Bishop-Heelan's punt, you had the fumble from Carson, and now that personal foul here on the punt by Bishop-Heelan.
I did not see that. I don't know if Tate didn't think that he had the ball yet or what the situation was, because Tate's not one to intentionally get a personal foul.
Yep.
I mean, he's not somebody that's going to physically get somebody where he's out of line. Not his style at all.
Bishop-Heelan still on their half of the field, though. 1st and 10 coming up for the Crusaders. They lead at 19-8. 2:25 left here in the third quarter. They're going to go in the I formation. Fitch under center, going to hand it off out the middle to Favors, and they've done a nice job containing Favors tonight. Healy hit him in the backfield, bounced off of him, but a minimal gain, going to bring up a 2nd and about 9 now for Bishop-Heelan.
Sean Healy's, one of the long line of Healy boys that played football. His brother Will just graduated a couple of years ago. I know he was a year behind Cal, and that kid was a football player. He was a district player of the year, and this kid here can play football as well, but a big tackle on second, making it 2nd and 9.
They're still shy of the 45-yard line. They got the
minute
ball
46 left here in the third quarter yet.
The ball on their own 43-yard line. The Crusaders do. A minute 40 left in the third quarter. Going to go back to the I formation. Fitch under center, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left side. Going to hand it off up the middle again. Going to be a big hole opening, and that's going to be a first down for Bishop-Heelan. Give them a gain of 10 on the play.
Thomas isn't the only runner that they had, as I see another line on the stretching his hamstring out. But it's going to be a first down. Kuemper just not good at the line of scrimmage there as he broke through there, and nobody got close to him until he picked up about 8 yards.
Minute 15 left here in the third quarter. Bishop-Heelan now in plus territory. Ball on the Kuemper 46-yard line.
Caitlin Clark having a big night tonight. They just got a text from buddy Jason Schwarty, who had knee surgery a couple days ago. Hope he's doing well. But Clark had 31. They're up 98-71.
Good. Like to see Clark having success.
Favors
with another big run. On the outside again. He's going to have a first down and more.
Kuemper had things going their way and then got the ball back, or thought we were going to get the ball back as Sanders comes back in after being taped up. And maybe just a little bit of a letdown, making that mistake again.
19-8 still your score. Third quarter clock winding down. It's at 45 seconds.
Braden Alford coming out of the game, getting a breather.
Well, again, we'll name that Motor Inn Player of the Game coming up tonight here. Your Mackey Motors post-game show. Also have your New Way Auto Group scoreboard show on the way tonight. Mason Nealon, Todd Daner, Jeff Honnold going to be on that for you. 10 to midnight right here on KCIM.
Jeff Honnold's going to be on it again?
Yes, huh? Yes, he is. Finch going to be in the single back set. Going to be under center. Hands it off to Favors. Nice tackle there by Healy.
You know, I got to wonder what's going on with Thomas. You know, he had that cramp earlier. He hasn't been in there for the last few plays, or at least I don't see him.
He hasn't been in there in this drive yet so far. That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. It's 19-8. We'll go to the fourth. Knights going to trail by a couple scores. They needed a big comeback here from Kuemper on KCIM. We'll be back in 1 minute here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM, KCIM.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
19-8 your score. Bishop-Heelan on top of Kuemper. And it was a really good third quarter defensively for the Kuemper Knights as well as offensively, able to get themselves back in the ballgame.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, the game's by far not over. We just got to quit making mistakes in critical situations. We've got another opportunity here. We made it tougher by not getting that punt, but, you know, 2nd and 8. Let's get a stop here.
Finch going to go under center, one back in the backfield. Receivers split out to each side of the formation, a single back set. Going to hand it off to Favors. He's going to be stopped in the backfield. Sundrup with the initial hit, but then a group of Knight tacklers going to be there again. Looks like Lucas Deal, Tate Barrett, Kent Sanders on the play.
Sundrup with a tremendous push there from his linebacker position, but that's a good job by the lineman as well. Been a little bit hard on him tonight, but that was a really good job by the lineman opening that crease so that he could get in there and make that play. But, again, wondering what Mr. Thomas is doing because he's not in the ballgame. And when he's not in there, then it's a different ballgame.
Mm-hmm. 3rd and 8 now coming up for Bishop-Heelan. A gain and 0 on the play for the Crusaders.
Sooner or later, they're going to go to a pass.
Back under center, hand off to Favors. Going to bounce off another tackler, but then another group of Kuemper Knights going to be there. Push a little forward, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sean Healy just mistimed that a little bit, but it's still going to bring up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 5 now. Clock ticking, 11:04 left in the ballgame. A big down for Kuemper. This thing is not over, folks.
You get off the field here and score a touchdown, you're right back in the ballgame with 10:56 left here in the 4th quarter. Again, you got your New Way Auto Group scoreboard show coming up tonight here on KCM. Going to run from 10 to midnight. Also be over on the Kick 106.7, our sister station. Going to run through all the district scores for you guys. Talk with all of our area head football coaches on the show as well. 4th and 5 coming up for Bishop-Heelan.
I see Thomas over there on the sideline with his helmet off, so he's evidently not coming back in the ballgame.
Going to hand it off to Favors, and Favors isn't going to get there. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, and the Knights going to take over on down.
Tate Barrett, and who was the other one getting up? Was that?
It was Tate Barrett
number
and maybe
53. He's played a good ballgame tonight too. Connor Keneally, excuse me. I hate to get those names wrong.
10:14 left here in the 4th quarter. Knights going to take over on downs.
Yeah, I see Thomas standing over there on the side with his helmet off. So
I wonder if it was more than a cramp we solve, or that cramp issue just keeps it coming up.
I hope not. For his sake, I hope not. That kid is a really, really good football player. But let's see what we can do on offense now. Let's give Brock some time to throw. We don't have to be in a rush. Just work our way down to the field.
Two receivers split out to each side of the formation. Bating going to be in the shotgun, Hoffman to his left. Bating going to roll out to the left with the extra blocker, going to throw it out on the outside. I think that was Logan Ryle making the catch on the outside over there.
Yeah, good out pattern, nice route by Ryle to make the catch. Good throw by Brock.
A minimal gain on
Clock
the play.
Going to keep running. 10.
Going to be gain of 3. 10-10 left here in the fourth quarter.
I guess they marked him out of bounds.
19-8 still your score. Kuemper going to come to the line of scrimmage. Going to run a lot of their offensive sets out of shotgun. Then shotgun again.
Yeah, they haven't run a lot of out plays, but they've got to run some of those just to set up the plays down the middle.
Bating going to roll out to the left. Thomas back in on defense. I wonder if they're just trying to play him one way right now because he was a factor right there in that play as that pass is going to fall incomplete.
Well, the other thing is they might realize, hey, it's 19 to 8 here. Don't want to get him beat up. It's got to be a long season yet, but he is in on defense. That's interesting.
10:05 now left here in the fourth quarter. Knights with a 3rd and 7.
Let's see what we come up with. Again, we're probably going to have to get Brock moving out of the pocket. Most likely going to run him to the left and come back across the field. Look for Canny.
Got Griffin Glenn to the right side of the formation. Two receivers to the left in the shotgun again for the Knights. Going to bring Alford across the line of scrimmage in the motion. Bating going to step up in the pocket. Going to try to look deep for Braxton Vanami. It's going to go out of the fingers, off of his fingertips and out of bounds. It's going to be an incomplete pass, bringing up 4th and 7 now for Kuemper. Bating's 19th pass unofficially tonight.
Yeah, I think it's a little early to go for two or to go for it here.
Defense is playing better.
There is a player down on the field, again, cramping over there, but they are going to bring on.
I think Mayhall's going to come out and punt, I think, is what we
might
see.
I would think they would because you got 10 minutes left. If you get a stop, possibly a quick score, you're right back in it. So I wouldn't think that we would do that. Charlie's not coming in the ball game, though, unless they're going to go with another punter.
It's going to be 4th and 7. A little bit of stoppage on the field for the injured player. Again, a Bishop-Heelan player cramping up on the far side, right about the 20-yard line over there. 19-8, Kuemper down here, and it's been the Knights' second half. Played good defense, able to score a touchdown.
Yeah, they got fortunate on that one play that it was called back by penalty, but other than that, they played extremely well. And the offense looked really good on that one drive. Now stalling a little bit again here, but
still tending to the Bishop-Heelan player on the other side of the field. It looks like he's going to be able to get up off the field, and that's Favors. So if Favors is having cramping issues right now, and we haven't seen Thomas a little bit, do they have another running back that you can go to here late in the ball game?
Yeah, I don't know if they, what they do. I mean, we've seen some talent, but our defensive line and linebackers have played. Defensive line's played much better this second half. Made some nice adjustments that are allowing our linebackers to get in and make plays. It does appear as Kuemper's going to roll with ice here and go for it.
It's going to be 4th and 7. I almost wonder they're going to run the play clock down here and try to catch him off to make that 4th down a little easier. Huffman going to switch from the left to the right side of Bating. Now he's on the left. Going to drop back to pass. Looking to go deep. He's got Braxton Vanami over the middle, and he had the first down, but the pass is dropped.
Yeah, it was a little bit low. Braxton had to go down to his knees. Probably a catchable ball, but it was a little bit low. But that's going to put Kuemper in a difficult situation. It's going to be 1st and 10 for
Bishop-Heelan on the Knights 28. Ball going to be in plus territory here for the Crusaders.
It was there, though. The play was definitely there.
It's a nice play call there by the Knights on the offensive side of the ball. Going to need a look to get another big stop on defense here, down by 9 to 19-18.
Yeah, I'm sure Brock would like to have that throw back, put it up a little bit more in the breadbasket. But, again, I thought it was probably a catchable ball, but it would have been a tough catch for Braxton to make, especially when you're going across the middle like that because you know you're going to get hammered.
Knights down 11. Bishop-Heelan going to hand the ball off on a 1st down. I didn't quite see who got it. Thomas back out there on the field. It's going to be Fitch on the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, he caught the Knights a little bit off guard on that play because they've handed off. They've only run that quarterback sneak on short yardage situations.
Gain of 3 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down now here for Bishop-Heelan.
Still time. It's just we've got to get stops and then have big plays now where if we could have moved something with that last possession, it would have been putting us in a lot better position. But
9:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Fitch going to go under center, going to bring a man in motion.
Somebody
might be a false start, I believe, on Bishop-Heelan.
I didn't see a flag. Do you see one?
They're going to back him up. The flag's not out, but it's a false start on Bishop-Heelan.
Yeah. That's interesting. A penalty with no flag. I've never seen that.
9:15 now here left in.
Guess it was so obvious that.
They didn't no need to throw one. Knights will be back in action next week.
Clock
we'll
running.
be on the road at Underwood. We'll have that game for you. We'll be over on a Kick 106-7. Nick Brinks will have that broadcast.
Just like last year, Kuemper starting off with two really tough teams. Underwood's got a really good ball club, and we got to go down there this year.
Man in motion behind the play, handoff to Thomas. He's going to make a cut, make another man miss, and he might be off to the races, and he's going to be in for a 30-yard touchdown, his fourth of the night, and I don't see any flags on the field, so this one likely going to stay, and it's going to extend that Bishop-Heelan lead. But a good sign for Kuemper. You get the ball back with still quite a few time on the clock. It was a quick touchdown, so you'll take that.
That makes it really difficult, though.
25-8 now for Bishop-Heelan.
He got that little bit of rest, and he came back, and he just bolted through that line like it wasn't there. Ran through 3 or 4 tackles and goes 20 yards into the end zone.
Going to run a swinging gate here. They bring it back in, going to attempt the extra point.
I never quite understand this. Why teams do this, but a lot of them do it.
Kick on the way. It was almost blocked. Braxton Vanami came off the edge, but it's going to be up and good.
I think he almost ran past it.
Going to be 26-8. Bishop-Heelan extending their lead. Knights on the football. When we return, we'll be back in 1 minute here on 30 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM.
Earning college credit while in high school is a smart choice. Area high school students have several college class options available to them through the DMAC Carroll campus and Templeton Regional Center. Students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMAC college credit can be part of your high school plan at no cost to you. DMAC, life's calling.
When you need a quick meal or one on the go, your Carroll Pizza Ranch has great deals for carry-out and delivery. Order online and get 8 pizzas of Country's Best Chicken with potato wedges for only $20. How about 2 large pizzas for $25? Or get 2 medium single-topping pizzas, cheesy ranch sticks, and a cactus bread for just $20. Check out these deals and more at pizzaranch.com today and order hot and fresh. Pizza Ranch, located off Highway 30 in Carroll, open 7 days a week.
Whoa, that's good.
Get the football back here as that kick's going to go out of bounds, so it'll be even better field position for Kuemper. They find themselves down 26-8, 8:50 left here in the ball game. We need a big comeback here. A touchdown is a must here for the Knights on offense.
Yeah, the difference, this year we don't have those burners that can stretch the field and go up and get balls like we had last year. So we're going to have to learn that passing game. We're working the underneath stuff, which works, and the things across the middle, but those can be really dangerous if you go to that well too often, as we did once. It was nearly picked off, but worry a little bit more about you go to that, and sooner or later they sit there and wait for that receiver and just take their head off.
8:50 left here in the ball game. Knights on offense. Beatty going to be in the shotgun. Alford the back to the left. 2 receivers split out to the left side of the formation, 1 to the right. Logan Round to the close side here on the Kuemper sidelines. Beatty going to roll out to the left. Alford going to be used as an extra blocker. He's going to throw that one up to grabs in double coverage, and it's going to end up going out of bounds.
I thought we would see an interference penalty there. They were pushing.
Carson was looking for one.
It should have been, but it wasn't called, so go back to the drawing board. But again, no time. He just had to rear back and heave it and let Carson try to go get it. Now, Carson's extremely quick. He doesn't have that burning speed like some receivers have that you can really stretch the field with. But getting the ball to him over the middle and plays like that, he's going to be more effective.
8:42 left here. Beatty going to draw back to pass again. Going to step up in the pocket. Tries to throw one over to Candy, and that's going to be out of bounds again.
Carson got hit pretty good there. Number 11 coming across there.
5 straight incompletions here for Brock Beatty. Going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for Kuemper, down 26-8.
Caden Lester back there on coverage. That ball was out of bounds, even if Carson could have caught it. But again, time is running short here, but we still got to stick with what's going to move the ball for us. We can't keep just trying to air it out every time. That's not going to work.
Knights will come to the line of scrimmage. 8:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Bating going to be in the shotgun again. One back to the left. To the right, excuse me. Two receivers to the right. Bating going to have somebody come over the middle. You can hear the Bishop-Heelan coach right next to us upset about that play, and it's going to be a first down for
I was
the
wondering,
Kuemper Knights.
Wondering if that wasn't his son or something that missed that, because Thomas came in from the left side from his linebacker position, and he was right in Bating's face. Carson, again, a nice throw and catch. That's been most of our offense tonight, is Bating to him across the middle.
I've got Carson unofficially five receptions, and they could be off because it's trying hard to write stats and see what's going on the field. Going to swing it out to Alford. That's going to be knocked down as an incomplete pass. Going to bring up second down for Kuemper.
Again, good pressure from the line. We keep saying it over and over again, but we're just not able to stop those guys, and they're not necessarily going around us. They're just coming through us, pushing us back and coming through us.
Kuemper's got the ball on their own 45-yard line. 2nd and 10, 8:02 left here in the fourth quarter.
Kuemper's got a lot of ground to make up.
26-8 your score. Knights looking to get a touchdown here to keep the game close. Bating in the shotgun again. Two receivers to the left. Going to go back over the middle to Canny again. He's got the first down. Makes a man miss. Carson throwing his name into that motor end player of the game. He's going to flip sides of the field. Going to get it up past to the 39-yard line for the Knights.
Another cramp for Sioux City Heelan. Kid gets up, number 25. Zachary Harpino. But again, that same play to Carson. And sooner or later, you would think that you would be able to draw them into the middle of that and get something over the top, but we've not been able to do that yet.
Going to run the ball with Alford. Nice hard run. Probably one of the better runs we've seen tonight from the Kuemper running backs. That's going to be a gain of about 8 on the play.
I think that's his first run tonight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Unofficially his first run. Don't quote me on it.
I had to laugh. One of the Sioux City Heelan players, I won't give a number, but short and kind of stocky guy, goes running up. He almost ended up having to roll off the field.
2nd and 3 now coming up for the Knights. Bating going to drop back to pass. Has got time. Now Thomas coming after him. He's got rid of the football, and he is going to be sacked.
Another tackle for loss for Thomas. Again, we don't have those guys that
flag
can
over the middle of the field, though.
There we go. Maybe we've got a holding penalty or something, a defensive holding in that area.
It's kind of where Bating was looking to throw the football and then had to roll out. So we'll see what happens here with the penalty. It's going to
Carson Canny rolling his eye. Yeah, it was defensive holding. I thought that probably had to be in that area of the field. So we're getting down there now to where we're going to be down at about the 20-yard line, close to it, 22.
Kuemper having it in plus territory. 7:03 left. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Knights.
It's going to be first down. It's going to be 5, 10 yards, I think. Yep, going to be first down at 22. So, Casey, Kuemper's got a shot.
7:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Knights going to come back to the line of scrimmage. Bating going to be in the shotgun. Alford to his left.
Might be good to go to a quick out pattern here.
They haven't been able to stop that quick curl route that Kenny tries to run. They're going to try to get him to the outside. He's going to go up and catch it.
That should have been a spearing call.
Going to be a gain of about 5 on the play for Carson. Unofficially, his 7th catch
He's
tonight.
going to be sore tomorrow because he has taken some hits tonight, as has Brock Bating.
26 passes unofficially for Brock.
It's good to see the Knights. I mean, they played a much better second half. I mean, they can't stop Thompson, but other than that, they played these guys pretty even.
Bating unofficially 12 of 26. 12 of those 7 of those 12 completions going to Carson Canny. I think that was Sundrup on the carry for Kuemper. Going to bring up a 3rd down now for the Knights.
Yeah, Sundrup's a good hard runner. Stands up a little more than you probably want him to, but Knights got to get something. They got to get a touchdown out of this. We're at the point in the game where they also got to do an onside kick if they do score, because we're down 3 scores. So
26-8 your score. Under 6 to go
get
here in the fourth quarter.
First.
3rd down and 3. Bating going to roll out to the right, going to look over the middle of the field, and it's going to be out of the reach of Carson Canny.
Great defensive play there by number 11. That would be Harpino again? No,
it's going to be Cade Lester.
Cade Lester, yes. So that brings up 4th down. The Knights got to convert here. They don't have to get into the end zone.
Get the first down.
Get the first down. Give yourself 4 shots.
It's one thing I always preach. Coaches will go for the end zone here at the 15-yard line. Get the 3 yards and give yourself 4 more plays. 26-8 your score. 5:47 left here in the fourth quarter.
I mean, one thing you know is we're going to throw the football. Oh, and then we got a timeout. Kemper's. That's the other thing. I think we burned. That's our second timeout that we burned, so we only have 1 left. But it's a critical one because if we don't score here, it doesn't matter what happens.
5:47 left here in the fourth quarter. 26-8. Kuemper moving the football down the field. Must need touchdown, and you would like to see Kuemper a little more balanced offensively probably going forward throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, and I think you'll see that. But, again, we've not been able to run the football. We've got some good running backs. We've just got to be able to block better. Our offensive linemen have got to – I mean, they're big. They're big. They've got to be able to move their feet a little bit better and stay with their blocks and, give the guys just a little bit more chance. And it was the same with Brock passing. He's got to have time to get rid of the football.
And a timeout on the field. 5:47 left in the fourth quarter. It is 26-8. Bishop-Heelan on top of Kuemper. They have led the whole night, led 19-0. And the Knights came out, put on a touchdown in the third quarter, held Bishop-Heelan off the scoreboard. Then they got a big 30-yard touchdown from their stud running back, Cason Thomas, to kind of break the game open a little bit again.
He's probably going to be over 250, 275.
He's got to be probably pretty close
knocking
to
on
260.
300.
Yeah, I would say knocking on 300 right now on the ground.
Yeah, he is definitely the real deal. We'll be watching him the rest of the year and see what he does. Word is that he could be an Iowa Hawkeye, Iowa State Cyclone. He's definitely that level of player.
Last year had 442 yards on the ground, so it was almost put up what he did.
Had movement from one of the linemen. I think it was Deal that moved, so the Knights are going to get knocked back here. It's going to be 4th and 9 now.
Going to go from a 4th and 3.
Which was manageable. 4th and 9 makes it tougher, but with the type of play that we're probably going to go here, it really probably doesn't make a lot of difference. Might actually give us a little bit more room across the middle.
Going to make it a 4th and 8. Ball on the Knight 20-yard line. 26-8 your score. 5:47 left here in the fourth quarter. Knights looking to score a touchdown to keep into the game. Bating going to go in the shotgun. 2 backs to each side of him. 2 receivers split out.
They're going to blitz
to the right. Bating going to throw a fade up to Vanami, and it's going to be out of the reach of Braxton Vanami, and the Knights will turn it over on down.
Yeah, he got held up a little bit right out the line of scrimmage and couldn't quite get off the line the way he wanted to, and as a result of it, ball was overthrown. He couldn't get to it. But that's probably going to be the ball game. 5:43 left now, down 26-8, and we're going to get a dose of running right here for sure.
Just if you're Kuemper, you got to limit the running. You can't have them hit big plays.
Yeah, you've got to make tackles for sure.
Again, we'll have a quick Mackey Motors post-game show coming up in just a little bit. That'll be the conclusion of tonight's game. Me and Doug will talk about that, name our motor and player of the game in that as well. Then I'll get down on the field, talk with head coach Ryan Steinkamp for the for the New Way Auto Group scoreboard show coming up later on tonight. And Thomas has got a big hole. He's going to stiff arm somebody. He is going to be off to the races. And it might be an 80-yard touchdown for Thomas, and he's got nobody behind him, and he is going to get into the end zone for the 5th time tonight. His 22nd
5 touchdowns
carry.
And roughly 350 yards of running.
Something like that. He's been a force tonight. And Kuemper has had no answer for him. 5:29 left here in the fourth quarter. Going to make it 32-8 pending the extra point from Bishop-Heelan.
That is the nail in the coffin, folks, unfortunately.
Kuemper still expected to have a good season despite today's score. Bishop-Heelan, I think, really impressed tonight. A lot better, coming off a state runner-up appearance from a season ago. Graduated a bunch of seniors, a lot better than what I think people thought they might see tonight.
Yeah, these kids, like I said, they've been in the program a long time. And this Thomas kid, Cason Thomas, folks, you're going to hear that name over and over and over.
Kick on the way.
Good.
And it is going to be up
and
no good.
I thought it was
just
good.
Missed right. It's going to be 32-8. We'll step away, take a break. Be back in 1 minute. Knights going to have the football and return here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM, KCIM.
UTVs have been around for over 20 years, but they're still evolving, and with them now being legal on Iowa roads, usage has evolved as well. Whether you're commuting to work, gravel traveling with friends, or hitting the most beautiful riding spots in the country, Olson's Outdoor Power has the right Polaris, Can-Am, or Kawasaki for you. On top of that, we have the turn signals, mirrors, and tires to make your UTV more comfortable and safer. Stop by today at Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop, with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Smithfield Foods is an American-based food company committed to producing high-quality, wholesome, and affordable food. They want you to join their team in Carroll. They are hiring general production individuals, and the starting pay is amazing at $19.55 per hour. You'll also get a generous benefits package. You'll get paid holidays, paid time off, medical, vision, dental insurance, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/Carroll to apply online. Smithfield Foods, equal opportunity employer, including disability and veterans.
Kick. Carson and Canny along with Griffin Glenn back deep to receive for the Kemper Knights. 32-8 your score. Kemper.
At this point, Kemper's just going to hope to finish strong, do something good with this last possession.
Kick's going to go deep to Carson Canny. He's going to try to cut it back up the middle. He's got a man to beat. He's going to have it up towards the 35-yard line, and a good return by Carson. Caught it about the 10, so about a 25-yard return for the Knights. We'll get it with 5:18 left here in the ball game.
Yeah, Carson fighting for every last inch. Now somehow, number 73, a big kid, came all the way from the 40-yard line and got all the way down to about the 20, untouched. So there's some things that we got to clean up on that special teams play as well, because you can't allow that kind of penetration, especially for somebody with that amount of size.
You got to hold your blocks on your kick returns, and it's going to be 32-8. Knights will come to the line of scrimmage here. Looks like Austin Heinrichs now into the game for the Kemper Knights. Going to be on the close side of the field. Bating going to drop back to pass. Looks over the middle. That's going to be Logan Ryle for the first down. Nice play there by Kemper. Going to get it up into plus territory just shy of the 45. Going to be about a 15-yard catch and run there for
Canny. Comes in. He needed a break after that kickoff return. He comes back in for Heinrichs. But a nice play. Again, this time it's Ryle on the receiving end.
His second catch unofficially tonight. They're going to dump it down low to Sundrup. Sundrup.
Ooh, just missed running out of that tackle. Probably would have picked up another 5 or 10 yards, but they got it down to the 32-yard line quickly in just 2 plays.
Making a 13-yard gain now for the Knights.
So we know we got some playmakers on this team. We know Brock can throw the football. We just need to be able to protect him.
4:46 left here in the fourth quarter. Knights coming back to the line of scrimmage. Going to run it from the eye. Alford in the backfield as well as Sundrup. Going to hand it off, going to roll Bating out. Going to thump it over the middle. That's going to be
Canny.
Carson and Canny. That's going to be another first down for Kemper. Give him a gain of 12 on the play.
Good job of blocking there by the kid, and I've called his name Keneally. I don't know him really well, but he's played a nice ball game tonight. But a good block there to spring Carson for an extra 5 or 10 yards.
4:18 left here in the ball game. Knights back to the line of scrimmage. Ball on their own 20. Bating. Going to draw back to pass again. Thomas coming off the edge, and he just kind of threw it at Sundrup's feet so that he didn't get sacked. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 now for Kemper. Bating unofficially 31 passes tonight.
Yeah, Thomas, a nice sportsmanship gesture, reached down and pulls Brock up, and he's been in the backfield. They're just not doing a good job of accounting for him very well on that offensive line. But he is so talented. Nice crowd from Sioux City Heelan driving down here. You know, they got to that state title game last year. I'm assuming that probably gets them going a little bit more like the Heelan of many, many years ago. Had some really good football teams.
They won a couple when I was in high school. I know that's for sure. Went up and watched them in the dome play. Bating looking for somewhere to go and is going to try to dump it down low to Sundrup, and Sundrup's going to be caught right at the line of scrimmage, so a gain of 0 on the play.
It just seems like Heelan has that ability right now to just turn it up when they need to. As the last time Kemper got down was knocking on the door, they shut him down there, and here again they're just blitzing, and we're not accounting for them. We're probably going to have to keep a couple of more guys in the block and let Canny and Braxton Benami work free.
3:37 left here in the ball game, 32-8. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Knights. Definite 4-down territory. Is Brock Bating going to be in the shotgun? 2 receivers now going to bring one in motion. That's Canny across the line of scrimmage. Bating going to roll out to the right. Scott time. Going to throw it up in the end zone, trying to get it to Logan Ryle. I believe that was Ryle.
Yeah. Just no separation there for him to be able to get that. So that's going to bring it up 4th down. There was just too much congestion down there. There was no chance for him to make that play. Even if he'd have caught it, he would have been out of bounds likely.
3:19 left here in the 4th quarter.
Let's see what Brock pulls out of his hat here.
Nice looking to gain some momentum going into next week. A touchdown would be huge, kind of getting them going for Underwood. Again, we'll have that game for you. That'll be over on Kick 106.7. Nick Brinks on the broadcast. 6:25 start, and that brings us to your preview show. 7 o'clock kick as Bating's going to go in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. Running back to the left as well of Bating. He's going to drop back the pass, going to bring the blitz. Going to throw a go route to Sundrup, and Sundrup is not going to catch it.
Not going to be called anything. I thought that was going to end up being interference, but the kid turned his head right at the last moment. And that's going to be 4th down and
going to be a turnover.
Or 1st down and go in the other direction.
Turnover on downs for the Knights. Bishop-Heelan going to get the football right back.
You get with a game like this, you probably got beat by a better football team. Line, obviously, we were outmatched there. But our skill position players, you take Thomas out of this game, and he's the difference in the ball game.
He scored every single one of their touchdowns tonight.
Scored every one of their touchdowns, and several of them on long runs. And I would think he's probably not going to be in the ball game here, but I wouldn't say that for sure.
Clock is running with first down.
He's still in there.
3 minutes. Finch going to go under center. They'll be in the I formation.
That's going to be illegal procedure.
I don't think they were quite set. Going to bring in Tragan Biter.
Tragan coming back into the lineup.
Logan Ryle going to take a seat for a little bit. Clock stopped just under 3 at 2:56 left here in the 4th quarter.
But you're not going to play many teams with the fact we're not going to see anybody, I'm sure, this year with a running back like him, like Thomas. We won't see many teams probably as strong as these guys. We're going to be pretty good in our district, I think, but this game tells a lot about the work that we have yet to do yet.
Fitch going to keep it on a quarterback keeper up the middle, going to get back up to the original line of scrimmage, give him 5 on the carry. And one thing, Doug, I think...
Tate Barrett in on the tackle again, and now we're getting some reserves in the lineup. Barrett coming out.
One thing that I think if you're Kemper you can take away from this and looking at the film is we still have room to improve and rooms to get better going throughout the rest of the year.
And we didn't quit. The kids did not quit. They just, like I said, they kept playing hard. We don't have the playmakers that we had last year. But the big difference, that I've seen so far tonight is our line's got to get better and faster.
Going to hand it off.
Number 8, I think. Barely catch that number.
Luke Fisher. If that was 8 on the plate, Luke Fisher.
Clock running now, just a couple of minutes left in the ball game here.
Going to be right at 2 minutes, 32-8 your score if you're just joining us. Got your New Way Auto Group scoreboard show coming up.
Mason Wright's checking into the ball game. Mason, a senior. Played a lot on kickoff teams, which unfortunately we didn't get to do that very often tonight, only twice. But, those kids get a chance to compete there.
They come in at safety.
Griffin Glenn in at safety.
Or Glenn's in at corner.
He's at corner.
Yeah, Mason Reich's in at safety. Austin Heinrich's in at the other safety. Healy. Looks like the defensive line kind of still the same with Deal. Healy, Vanami. Defensive line going to shift in. It's going to be 3rd and 8 coming up for Bishop-Heelan.
Not sure what's going on now.
The umpire's going to come in. It's going to be a false start on his Sioux City Bishop-Heelan. I'm going to back him up a little bit. Going to bring up a 3rd and 13. Minute 24 left here in the ball game.
Heelan's not going to be happy about some of the mistakes that they made tonight, and they've obviously got a tough schedule. You mentioned next week we go to Underwood, and then after that,
HSTW,
and
right into conference play with Roland Story.
Yep. And that HSTW game is at HSTW, so 2 games on the road at Underwood, and then a long drive down to Avoca probably.
Fitch going to be under center, I formation, going to give it to him on the quarterback keeper. It's going to bring up 4th down and likely going to punt here. I have to get the football back. The little time left remaining.
And now what Coach Steinkamp wants to take out of this is, hey, an opportunity with, getting the ball back with probably about a minute left. Let's see if we can at least get the ball in the end zone, finish with something strong.
I think Kemper might have called their last timeout just to give them enough time to kind of get something going offensively. It's going to be 4th and 10.
Either that or he may bring the reserves in, too, and give them, saving some time to get some plays as well, as we got a bunch of reserves coming in on the kickoff team, or the punt team here. Punt receive, excuse me.
Again, we'll have your Mackey Motors post-game show coming up following the conclusion of the game. A minute 18 left here in the football game. We'll name that motor and player of the game, and that'll be kind of a quick post-game show. I'll get down on the field, talk with Coach Steinkamp, and then we'll get you go into your New Way Auto Group scoreboard show coming up tonight with Mason Nealon, Todd Danner, and Jeff Hunnell. That'll be 10 to midnight right here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM at KCIM. I'm going to check out other district scores throughout the area, especially as Class 2A.
Emmett Juergens getting into the ball game, number 34. Try to call the numbers that I see that I haven't seen them yet. 58 in the game. Jacob Habrick, he did start the ball game.
Griffin Glenn going to be back deep to receive the punt for the Knights. And it's going to be blocked. Sean Healy going to pick it up and go into the end zone for the touchdown. He scored both the Kemper touchdowns so far.
That's right, he did, didn't he?
He's going to put his name in for that motor.
I'm not sure who blocked it. He probably blocked it too if he had the momentum to pick it up and carry it into the end zone. So 32 to 14.
32 to 14 now.
Still talking miracles here.
But you talked about that nonstop, not quit, and that's one thing that Kemper can take away from this ball game.
And they're going to do an onside kick. You can bet on that. So.
Looks like they might go for 2 here. Make it a little bit easier of a deficit. A minute 11 left here in the fourth quarter.
We're short one player, Griffin Glenn coming in the sideline. And Heelan's exchanging somebody.
19 seconds on the play clock. A minute 11 left here. Bating will go in the shotgun.
They'll probably blitz him again because they've blitzed him every time in this situation.
Bating going to try to swing it out, and it's going to be a little long, and it'll stay 32 to 14. We will step away, take a break. We got the Knights likely going to take an onside kick coming up. Don't want to miss it. We'll be back in 1 minute here on KCIM.
At Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community. And when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30, Weston Carroll.
Got a Heelan graduate but lives in Kemper now. Texting me, says, pride is back in Heelan football. So hello, Jim Photo. Hope you're doing good.
32-14 your score. Mayhall out to kick the ball away for the Kemper Knights. Potentially could see an onside kick just to maybe get the Knights the football back.
I don't think it's potentially.
On the way, and it's going to be a deep kick. It's going to be fair caught there by White, and Heelan, all they got to do is kneel the football out. Knights with no timeouts left and a minute 11 left here on the clock in the fourth quarter.
I figured we'd still do the onside. I'm a little surprised by that, but obviously minute 11 left down at 18 points.
Getting some more kids in the ball game now for Kemper.
Try to call their names here.
Emmett Juergens in the game. I think we mentioned him already.
Yep. Mason Reich's back in the game.
Preston Vanami potentially in the game as well. I think that's a 63. Is that a 63 at the D tackle spot for Kemper?
34, Emmett Juergens. We called his name.
Owen Mashing in the ball game as well. Mason Reich's out there for the Knights.
Be one kneel down, and it should take one more.
Again, we will have that New Way Auto Group scoreboard show coming up 10 to midnight. Mason Nealon going to be the host of that. He'll be on with Todd Daner and Jeff Honnold tonight. Ryan Steinkamp will be one of the coaches joining us for that New Way Auto Group scoreboard show. Also talk with the 9 other area head of football coaches. Knights will be back in action next week. It will be on the road at Underwood. Underwood was a good ball club last year. They knocked off Kemper 24-14. Knights will look to bounce back in week 2. 35 seconds left here in the ball game. It's 32-14. Bishop-Heelan going to walk away with the win, as that should be the last knee down, and that will take us to the end of the ball game. Still got 20 seconds left, but both teams kind of walking off the field, and they will shake hands. We will go ahead and step away. We will take a break, even though the clock hasn't hit 0 yet. Both teams are going to shake hands. We'll go ahead and step away. Be back with that Mackey Motors postgame show coming up in just a little bit here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM, KCIM.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Looking to boost your brand? Top Loft makes it easy with custom online stores for businesses, sports teams, and organizations. Enhance your brand's visibility with a tailor-made store showcasing your logo, colors, and designs. Enjoy endless customization options, choose styles, colors, and add your unique touch to every product. Plus, their streamlined ordering system ensures a smooth experience for you and your customers. Elevate your brand with Top Loft in downtown Carroll, or visit toploftclothing.com and start building your online store today.
Financial planning can be easy to avoid, but in these uncertain times, it should be your top priority. Now is the time to put Silverleaf Wealth Management on your team. Whether you want to plan for retirement, better manage your investment assets, or fund your kids' education, Silverleaf Wealth Management can help you discover, design, and implement a plan for pursuing your goals. Visit us online or schedule a consultation with me, Ann Slechta, today by calling or texting us at 712-775-2251. This is Silverleaf Wealth Management of Carroll, Iowa.
From footings to framing to finish, for farm, home, or commercial, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Hi, this is J.R. Mayhall, insurance agent and realtor with Gredeman & Associates. We're excited to announce Eric Bass and Nate Gredeman have joined our team. Eric has numerous years of experience in both insurance and real estate, and we're excited that Nate has moved back and brought his wealth of knowledge of commercial real estate to our team, and he also has his insurance license. It's a very challenging time in both real estate and insurance, and we are here to help you. Gredeman & Associates, Highway 30 here in Carroll.
I'm Dr. Marie Johnson with St. Anthony. I'm excited to be offering comprehensive obstetrical and gynecologic services for women of all ages, including adolescents. My focus is on the importance of women's health care, preventive care, and maternal health. I also have valuable experience in fertility care, helping patients and couples achieve their pregnancy goals. I'm looking forward to being a part of the community, and I'm welcoming new patients.
Contact the St. Anthony Clinic at 792-2222. Always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Kemper Knights fall in week 1 at 32-14 to Bishop-Heelan. It's going to be a good season for Kemper, but not quite the way you wanted week 1 to come out. We will talk about our motor and player of the game. We also are in your Mackey Motors tailgate for you. Mackey Motors tailgate brought to you by Mackey Motors in Lake City, recipient of that GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running together. Let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and at MackeyMotors.com. Doug, some good takeaways you can take away from Kemper tonight, especially in the second half, but you got to get better probably run defensive-wise. But also on the flip side, you're not going to face a running back probably the rest of the season like you saw in the Thomas kid tonight.
Yeah, he's really a special football player. But we got outmanned tonight, especially in the line, but the kids didn't quit. They kept playing throughout. We took it, scored 2 touchdowns second half, took it down, deep in their territory twice. So we were able to do some things. We just got to be better tacklers, but our line play has got to be better. We got to give Brock a chance to throw the football. Especially if we're going to keep him from getting hurt, because he really got racked there in the first. Rocked pretty good there in the first quarter already, and head hit the helmet hard, or the helmet hit the ground hard, that sort of thing. You can't let that happen to your quarterback.
Again, 32-14, your final tonight here from the Carroll Athletic Stadium. We're going to name that Motor Player of the game. We talked about it being potentially Carson Canny. He had a great second half tonight, but Tate Barrett going to go ahead and get that Motor Player of the game because what he did defensively from his middle linebacker position.
Yeah, he's all over the field. I mean, he's undersized, 170 pounds, playing that linebacker position, and he's just in there consistently, gives everything he has. I'm surprised we don't see him a little bit more on the offensive side of the field, maybe for blocking purposes, that type of thing. But, he made a lot of big plays tonight. Carson had a great game. Brock played well, considering that, he's running for his life a lot of the times. So, I mean, he made a lot of really good throws. But there'll be better games ahead for the Kuemper Knights. This Heelan team's a good football team.
Again, Kuemper will be back in action next week. They will take on Underwood down there in Underwood. Nick Brinks on the broadcast. That'll be over on Kick 106.7 for you. The British Exteriors preview show going to start about 6:25 kickoff at 7. Again, Kuemper falls tonight 32-14 for Doug Waniger. Joining me is his case manager signing off saying thank you for tuning in to high school football tonight here on the Kick 106.7. Don't forget, New Way Auto Group scoreboard show coming up from 10 to midnight.